artesian water. Maybe you want a healthier lifestyle, a high-end athlete who wants better hydration, or a parent who wants something healthier for their kids. You want Evamore. EVAMOR. Evamore. Available at great local retailers. Baton Rouge's best-kept secret won't be a secret much longer. Tula Restaurant inside the Renaissance Hotel. This isn't a hotel restaurant. It's a casual, upscale dining experience, which happens to be inside the Renaissance Hotel. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Tula is the perfect spot for that business lunch or that elegant night on the town. For reservations or to view the menu, visit TululaRestaurant.com. That's TululaRestaurant.com. It's your last chance to lock in 3 months of a Benny's Best Club membership for only $19.99 a month, saving you $39. Plus, receive exclusive club fuel pricing and 25% off oil changes. Benny'sCarWash.com. Benny's, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
This is Charles Hanniger for Supreme Rice. With the Christmas season upon us, reminded of how many different ways you can prepare Supreme Rice for your Christmas feast. Listen, in South Louisiana, I know we have some big family gatherings for Christmas, so you're going to want to stretch that food dollar, and Supreme Rice, you can do just that. It's easy to get at all your AG food stores, all your Rouses, your Costco's, and your Walmarts, including your Walmart neighborhood stores. So make it Supreme Rice and support our Louisiana farmers. This Christmas is Supreme Rice. For more information and great recipes, go to supremerice.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, December 9th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 73 in hour one of today's show. We'll recap the New Orleans Saints win over the New York Giants. We'll give you an update on Derek Carr's injury, and we'll talk about the LSU Bowl game destination. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Merry Christmas from Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Join Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert as we spread some holiday cheer and talk all things sports. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. Let's get this Christmas party started.
That's right, baby. Welcome in to a brand new week of OTB. Holiday cheer in the air. Been really nice and chilly and wonderful and wintry feeling. Today, today's going to feel like whatever feels. But whatever, the point is, vibes are high. And we've got a college football playoff bracket set. And I think it is absolutely wonderful. I cannot wait to enjoy. What are the new Dr. Pepper commercials calling it? It's a terribly unwieldy name. What are they calling it? Playoff-fuary or something? Basically celebrating the fact that we will have a month of college football playoffs here coming up in a little bit. I cannot wait. New Orleans Saints win a game that ended yesterday. Thank God it ended. Even though I don't know, it was enjoyable in the way that just like a good sound machine is enjoyable, right? You don't pay too much attention, but on in the background, every now and then you look up and see a play made, and then in the end your team wins. That was nice. That was kind of nice. LSU men's basketball getting a big win. LSU Tiger football team heading to the Texas Bowl. Good news for the Tulane Green Wave, or I guess some good, some bad potentially. We got weekend winners. It's going to be a very fun show today. And Jake is back from covering the SEC championships in Atlanta. Jake, what's up, dude?
Doing well. A little rainy drive-in.
It was kind of like sketchy rain when I was coming in, like the point of kind of blindness. Like the interstate slowed down, and normally I'm like, why are we slowing down? But even I was like, yeah, whatever. It was a little crazy. So be safe out there, guys.
Yeah. The game I was at was a little bit crazy. It was very, very boring until it wasn't. So it was a fun trip. Had fun shows. a lot to break down in that game. I mean, Texas certainly dominated the game. Georgia found a way to come back. I don't know how far Georgia can go with their lack of weapons, something I know we'll certainly get into when we start talking college football playoff. But always a fun trip, and it just begins the season of travel. I'll be at Army-Navy this weekend, and
hell yeah.
By the time February gets here, I think I'll be at home for a weekend.
That Army-Navy game is going to be one of the best ever for sure. Shout out to Army. Unfortunately, it happened at the hands of the Greenway, but pretty damn cool to watch Bryson Daly and that team finish off an AAC championship. Put Army in the playoff.
And now they're going to the Independence Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Who are they playing to? It's
Marshall.
a good game. Yeah, there we
Two
go.
conference champions.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we'll break down the championship games. That's so crazy. There's so many shows over the weekend that I felt like we'd already talked about that, and it was like time to move on. But no, it's Monday. We just had a weekend full of championship games,
I mean,
so we'll talk about those
you
as
and Aaron
well.
probably talked about it 73 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've already done like 3 shows since then, I believe. So, yeah, hell yeah. Alondra, how we feeling? Sorry about it, you know.
I mean,
hate to see it.
Is what it is. Went to the championship game in the first season in the SEC. So,
yeah, no, it's cool. You should be proud of that. I mean, definitely. Good participation trophy. Nerd. Nerd. Yeah, trust me, I hate the Texas Bowl.
So
more than anyone.
I mean, I'm not happy with
you don't even have to go, okay?
I'm not happy with either of the 2 teams that I root for right now.
Fair.
There was so many people there. Like, I was curious, like who's everybody? Like, people that don't have a dog in the fight, like, who are they kind of rooting for right now?
Yeah.
And it was overwhelmingly like, hey, like, Georgia's done it so many times in a row. We're tired of it, but we can't be having Texas come in here the first year.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
Yeah.
There's a reason why these sayings exist.
Yeah, well,
Georgia was absolutely the lesser of 2 evils. And me and the Cannon in the Hebert household on Saturday, unfortunately, we were cheering for the Dogs.
I don't know, man. There's still something about people barking at me when I walk by.
Hate it.
It's just like cringy.
It's so absurd.
Other than that,
I love it because it like represents the absurdity of college football, but as a socialized human being in the modern age, I hate it.
Yes. Yeah. One of the things that we do have to talk about with that game, it's a massive advantage for Georgia to have that game there.
It's so funny.
It was so loud on every Texas third down.
Yeah. It's so funny because every time you bring this up to a Georgia fan, they try to make excuses about the other team just not traveling well. I'm like, no, guys. I mean, it's in your home state.
You get to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, what are we
It's
talking
a 4 o'clock
about?
kick.
Yeah, no.
You can go and then drive home and sleep. It was 75-25.
It's the height of absurdity.
Maybe 80-20.
Like years ago. Okay, so I guess I feel like especially close to this conversation because I host with Aaron. And so for years, I had to listen to him rip on LSU for not traveling to that SEC championship.
On Friday, same thing, yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly, right? And I'm like, well, okay, first off, LSU fans knew you weren't even close to that Georgia team. So I don't blame anybody for not traveling. But the bigger point is it will always be an advantage. And, of course, in the run-up to this game, he tried to say, no, it's going to be 50-50, blah, blah, blah. No, it will never be. It is a massive advantage for Georgia to get that game in their backyard when they're good enough. The reason why it didn't matter as much in the past is because they were never this good. So they didn't make it all the time, and when they would make it, they weren't necessarily the favorite. Whereas nowadays, they seem to make it, well, they have made it, 7 years in a row or something now? Insane? Isn't it 6 or 7 years?
I don't even know. I mean,
and they're generally the favorite going in. So, yeah,
it's a huge hadn't actually won it that much, though.
Well, I guess, because Daddy Nick was there on the other sideline
they're making it there, but
for
they're
much of the time.
And I was like, you know what? Okay.
Also, a lot of Bama representation in Georgia as well. So if there is a fan base that would be able to compete with filling out the state, like Auburn, Alabama, they're right there. There's a ton of representation from both those, but it's an advantage.
Well, I was curious about Texas and how they would travel, just because Texas has a lot of money.
I thought so too.
It's the first time that they're going to be in the game, whatever. But no, not even remotely close. And again, there were some big moments in third downs where, it was loud for the Texas offense.
Milton Segura's is almost like LSU playing for a national championship Sugar Bowl. Yeah, look, true. Sure. But that's harder to time up. You know, it's now I don't even know when it would be, but it used to be once every 4 years. This is
That was
every
just kinda
single year in
like,
Atlanta.
It just happened to happen the time that we were really good.
Well, it happened to happen a few times in a row.
03, 07, 11, 19.
I mean, that's just...
It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
But
I will say, I went to my second Christmas party of the season last night.
Oh, wow.
I went over to Brouhaha. We had like a little... So like, you know, the gym I go to, the Block, we have a group message with all of the girls, and it's like
Hell yeah.
the Block Babes group message.
Hell yeah.
So like the Block is just great because like we also just have like this
You got a
great
community
there. Yeah,
Finding
so,
community is the best feeling.
Yeah, so if you're a girl out there that's looking for a community that likes to work out and like supports each other, check out the Block. But like we went to
Boobs at the Block. Love it.
Yeah. So we went to Brouhaha because Gabby, who owns the Block, also owns Brew.
Oh,
so
wow.
we had our little Christmas party there last night, and it was a Holly Dolly Christmas. So it was Dolly Parton themed.
Wow.
And it was so much fun. We had
It
a
sounds
great
like
time.
fun all the way around.
Yeah.
Sunday night's an interesting night to have it, though.
Yeah, but you know, I was home early, so it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
The holidays, I don't like. Do days matter?
No, not as much.
You know what I
Definitely
mean?
not
Like,
as much.
It's hard to even know what day it is during
That
the
is
holiday
true.
season.
It is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say you don't have responsibilities the next day, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Friday
but it's
night.
like you know how people will go party on a Thursday because you got to work Friday, but like
It's Friday.
yeah.
you can push through anything. It is kind of that attitude, just writ large throughout an entire
Yeah.
calendar month. Tay, how was your weekend?
I was good, except for the drive in this morning. Guys, I'm going to ask everyone in this
Ah,
room
here
a
we
question because a lot of people don't seem to know the answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
God.
What are emergency flashers for?
Emergency.
They're
I
technically
would
not
say
supposed to be for the rain,
emergencies
right?
Because it's in the title. But now whenever there's a moderate rain, it's let's slow down to 40 and put our emergency flashers on. It blows my mind the
Yeah,
amount of people that do this.
You're not. I don't
not my
mind the
favorite
slow.
thing.
I don't mind the slowing down because if you can't see, you got to slow down.
That's
but
fine.
like
Why are your emergency flashers on? Where's your emergency?
technically,
what do
you're
do?
not. Technically, you're not supposed to, right? The
And then
hazard lights.
a buddy of mine was like,
hazard
well, it
lights,
helps me see. I'm
It's
like,
kind of a
does,
hazard.
does emergency flashers make your headlights brighter? How the hell does that help
Well,
you see?
your friend's an idiot. The argument for hazard lights in the rain is not for you to see; it's for others to see. you.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have your lights turned on? Because I see-
Again, it's not for you to see; it's for people to see
No,
you.
I get that.
That's what
Like,
people
the
if,
think
your,
are
person
hazard.
behind
if
you.
your headlights are on, I can see your tail lights.
Yeah, I mean,
all
look,
this is helping. All this is doing to me is I don't actually know when you're braking.
Yeah,
That's all that does
yes,
for me.
because you're having the light refracted through all the water
it's the
droplets on
dumbest
your
thing.
windshield. I agree.
Ah, man, I don't know, Tay. I just Googled it and I said, what is the proper time to use your hazard lights?
Ooh.
When your vehicle is stopped is 1.
Okay,
When you're moving slowly is 2.
just check that box.
In poor
Real
weather
slowly.
conditions is 3.
Ooh, Tay.
Bad luck
I'm
for
going to call the person that ran this website. I'm going to ask how driving in weather is
It's
an emergency.
Google.
Yeah, so now you have beef with
Well, I mean, there's an article,
Google and
No,
it's probably the
it's-
AI.
it's the
It's the
AI for
AI
Google.
Oh,
generating.
well, there
Google.
you go. AI doesn't drive.
That's true. The AI doesn't. Well, actually, no, that's not true either. That
AI
actually-
does
they
drive.
can't-
it's
They've
kind of
got-
like the first thing that they're getting into.
There's
To be fair,
driverless cars.
is driving. It's kind of like the main threat to kind of the frontline jobs, almost more than anything, is the driving.
Okay, there's another comment that I'll never give y'all the music y'all want. I've literally been playing Christmas.
She's been killing it. Do not
How
engage
was
with any
Friday?
negativity.
Friday good? Friday good?
Friday was good.
Yeah, it was super fun. Super chill
I
show,
made us
celebrating the
some-
weekend.
I already finally got our opens back.
Yeah,
Oh,
Big
nice.
Voice Lady
So-
gave us some very jolly and sincere opens.
She's not sarcastic
You
in
may have
them.
heard that one right there. That was fantastic.
Yeah. She's not like, oh, it's Christmas.
Yeah,
She's
right.
like actually jolly about
It's
it.
Christmas.
All right. Well, it's great to see everyone. Glad to have the whole team back.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's go to break, and then when we get back, we'll get started with some playoff breakdowns. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. You go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction today and, make your backyard dreams come true. Maybe you want a pool. Maybe you need a bigger and better fence. Maybe you want to build the outdoor kitchen of your dreams, just outdoor living area. You want pergolas, bulkheads, whatever you need. It's all at PEC. And if you go to PECbuilt.com, look at the gallery online, you're going to be blown away. The artisanship is what separates. And remember, we build the spaces, you build the memories. I cannot recommend them enough. Pinnacle Exterior Construction.
PECBelt.com is the website, like T said, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. That's right, residential and commercial. Don't forget that. Like, so if you want to change the outdoor space at your home or business, they can come in and they can do that. Obviously, it can be a pool. It can be any type of fence. It can be artificial turf. They can completely change your outdoor space. Go to the website again, PECBelt.com.
Rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Oh, yeah. Well, Elvis coming back on a Monday.
Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me.
Welcome back to OTB. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing provides reliable local staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, and manufacturing positions. Whether you need help with temporary labor or long-term hires, they've got you covered with skilled, dependable workers. Locally owned and operated, they're proud to serve the Baton Rouge area with fast, flexible service. Dealing with no calls or no shows this morning, short staffed, give them a call and let Tiger Labor's have him meet your workforce needs. All right. Let's go. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Do we want touch on the championship games. We dive straight into the bracket. Let's do it straight into the bracket. We can talk about the games in a bit if we want to, but I'll say this. I agree with the sentiment that was espoused on the playoff selection show, which is everybody kind of prefacing their statements with there is no perfect answer.
Right.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, this system is better because at the end of the day, Jake, I care significantly less about what the 12th team getting in and who gets left out versus the 4th team, right? Like when you're talking about the 4th, you're talking about a real deserving team not even getting an opportunity, okay? When you get all the way down to 11 versus 12, every year you're going to see both sides have legitimate arguments to get in, and by extension, both sides have legitimate arguments as to why they got left out, right? So, like, again, if you would have put Alabama in, I would have understood it. I could have seen it. I could see the arguments. You put SMU in, hell yeah. I mean, I absolutely see the arguments. So, yeah, there's always going to be parties that are upset. But how could you look at this bracket and not be excited? A bracket that runs the breadth, the width and length of the entire country. I mean, look at the top 2 seeds. Oregon in the Pacific Northwest, Georgia coming out of the Southeast. And then you have everything in between. You have all levels of football. But what do all of these teams have in common? They're all teams that navigated their regular season better than everybody else. They are teams that on Saturdays have been proven to be the best winners. Not the most talent, not the best Vegas odds, but the best winners. Football is a game of intangibles where the teams, the whole, can be greater than the sum of its parts. That's why we play the regular season. I love this. Are you kidding me? We get Tennessee going up to Ohio State for an opening round playoff game. Clemson heading to Texas. SMU up to Happy Valley, Penn State. An in-state battle, Indiana, Notre Dame. Then we get to say, like, if you love college football, how could you not be excited for this? To me, Jake, this bracket and the uneven nature of college football is something that really has come under attack this weekend. Guess what? The uneven nature of college football is a feature, not a bug. It's why it's fun. The worst thing that could come out of this is y'all trying to homogenize the game that is full of peaks and valleys and differences and ups and downs and regional differences. Like, that's why college football is different from the NFL. The NFL's great. It's awesome, okay? It's the best football out there from a pure quality standpoint. But it's also antiseptic. It's very even. Everybody's the same, just with slight little tweaks and differences. This runs the gamut of offensive styles, of defensive styles, like we said, geographical identities. That's what college football is great. The eccentricities, the idiosyncrasies, the randomness. So no, the worst thing that I could hope for to come out of all of this is that we overly focus on this uneven, and then we ruin what has made the sport so unique and so wonderful. Because when I look at this 12-team bracket, it looks awesome to me. Everybody's in there. Champions one and all. And now, instead of just arguing about who's going to be best, you get to settle it on the actual field of play. I could not be more excited for this first year of the college football playoff.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And I know a lot of people are already talking about, well, look at the point spreads. These are going to be blowouts. They're not going to all be blowouts. You're going to have somebody upset somebody. That's just the way that it's going to be. Look, and I am tired of using Vegas as a metric. I really am tired. Like, that is something that's getting on my nerves. Well, if they play in a neutral site game, these two teams, this would be the point. Well, okay, we're not doing that.
Jake, you know what you do? Bama was favored by 21 over Oklahoma.
No, yeah.
And that's one of countless instances. But since the Bama fans are the one pushing this,
like, what was the?
You were favored by 21 against Oklahoma.
Was Arizona the favorite, or are they the underdog in the Big 12 championship game?
Arizona State, I think they were a slight favorite.
Okay. Well,
I think it was
exactly.
1.5.
Like,
yeah.
okay, like point spreads. Look, Vegas is good at what they do, but they lose all the time.
No, remember, Washington had no chance against Oregon last year, right?
TCU had no chance against Michigan.
It's like we don't even have to play.
Bowl.
It's like if you need examples put in front of your face, you're being willfully obstinate.
Yes, and so like when I look at this, I'm right there with you. I thought maybe Arizona State would get the 3, not the 4, but that's small because, it's kind of going to end up being the same situation. The fact that we get an SEC team going to Columbus, Ohio, I absolutely love that. Clemson has to go because, you got in by the skin of your teeth. And so, yeah, you got to go to Austin, Texas. You got to go prove it. You're going to have the toughest road, right? You're going to have to go through a team like a Texas. And then if you win that, you got to play a good Arizona State. If you win that, you're going to have to play either Oregon, Ohio State, or Tennessee. So I like that they have a difficult path, but credit to them for getting in.
Yeah, they won their conference championship, dude. You should be rewarded for winning your conference championship.
Indiana, Notre Dame is going to be fascinating. Indiana, best rush defense in the country, going against Notre Dame, one of the best rush offenses in the country. That is going to be a beautiful rock fight. You start to look at maybe who is positioned to really make a run and who might have the best path. Penn State's it's pretty nice. You get a team that was G5 just a year ago. They got to come to your place. It's going to be colder than cold. And then if you win that, you get another G5 team in Boise State, who's a good team. I'm not trying to slight them, but if you want to look at a path. And then, if it is Georgia, I just watched Georgia play. They've got flaws as well. So
yeah,
Penn State's got a pretty nice path. But as we've seen in the past, Penn State it.
I mean, that's the thing. Path's math, okay? That's what I say. I loved what Dan Lanning had to say before the Big Ten championship. He was like, first off, buys are worth a ton. So this championship game matters. Also, I don't care about seeding because if you want to be the national champ, you got to beat who you got to beat anyway. So just do it. Just go out there and win. How about that? And here's my other. So there's been so much talk about strength of schedule, okay? But there's an element in this conversation that nobody mentions or talking about. And that's this, Jake. I would argue that Arizona State's road to getting here to the CFP was significantly tougher than Alabama's. And it's due to relative strength of schedule. Everybody's like, oh, the SEC's better, Look what Alabama, I'm like, raw, right? Okay. But how about this? Relative to the opponent, nearly every single week, Arizona State is punching up in the Big 12. Right? They were picked to finish last. Relative to the opponent, every single week, Alabama was the significantly more talented team. So why in the world would you want to reward the team that underachieved versus the team that overachieved? And that goes to any of these conferences, right? All these teams, relative to their conferences, are on an even playing field. So when you played the actual game of football over a 12-game, 14-week sample size, these are the teams that emerged as being the best and better than their peers. Football, again, it goes back to what I said originally. Football is a game of intangibles where the whole can be greater than the sum of its parts. If you just want to create a tournament based off of recruiting rankings and Vegas odds, go ahead, okay? But it's not for me. I want the teams that actually played the best during the regular season get to play into the postseason, and that's what you have here, right here.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really poke a lot of holes like people were doing in Arizona State's resume. Now, Arizona State won the Big 12. They were an automatic qualifier. But when you look at their resume, they have 4 wins against teams that were ranked at the time, and 2 of those are still ranked. So their resume, actually, when you stack it up against even some others in this college football playoff, is much better.
I'm more fighting. I'm not talking about resumes necessarily. I'm more fighting this idea that, the SEC strength of schedule.
That was my fight all weekend
so much better.
in Atlanta was Arizona State. People that don't watch Arizona State, they don't watch football west of Texas. They didn't understand what I was talking about. I'm like, no, when you go through what they've done and 2 of those wins, you got to end their season, you have to go on the road to K-State, you play BYU, you go on the road to your rival, and then you got to play 16 ranked Iowa State in the conference championship game. So there was nothing easy about it. And it's a point that you just made about them having to punch up. They were picked dead last in this conference, 16 out of 16. And their losses on the year, road losses, and they had their best player was banged up in those losses. And so, I mean, it's a team that's been in playoff mode since they went on the road to Little Manhattan.
Leonardo da Vinci, Alabama fan. T-Bob's a moron. ASU is not a Power 4 team and would have gotten skull drug in the SEC in the Big Ten. Why is Army not in over Indiana? Under T-Bob's asinine comments, the Sun Belt champion should be in. No, so you have to understand.
They're playing in my hometown.
Any conversation any conversation about this starts with some things that we accept as being true as kind of our base guidelines. We accept that there is a power 4 versus a group of 5, okay? Now, we may believe that there's a big 2 within that power 4, but the clear lines of delineation are between the power 4, who all get auto bids, and then the group of 5 as a whole. So no, the Sun Belt champion should not be in, because our original settings for deciding this is that the group of 5 are all lumped together. We try to choose the best group of 5 team. Okay, so no, Sun Belt champion shouldn't be in. Though the Sun Belt champion had a more impressive regular season than did Alabama. Like, again, if you're Alabama, if you're Ole Miss, if you are, who's the other 3-loss team? Why am I blanking?
South Carolina.
If you're South Carolina, maybe not as much. But if you're Alabama or Ole Miss, yeah, look, I'm sorry, guys. You were the better team every single weekend. You were better than LSU Ole Miss. You were better than Kentucky Ole Miss. Alabama, you were better than Oklahoma. You were better than Vanderbilt. But guess what? Why didn't you win then? If you had more talent, if you are the better team, and we can all say, well, I know who the best teams are. I know this team win. I know this. Then why didn't you win? Because from where I'm sitting, y'all underachieved. Why should you get rewarded and get excuses made for you for underachieving? It's absurd. It's absurd. It's almost as if you just want free handouts. Could it be you, Alabama fan? Surely not, Leonardo. Come on now, dude. Get the hell up out of here. This freaking tournament's awesome.
I do disagree with you, Jonathan, inside the chat. The Big 12 is a weak conference. It's not going to be, oh my gosh, let's compete with the SEC from top to bottom. But to say it's a weak conference, I think is disingenuous, because you've got, in this conference alone, you've got a BYU team that's 10-2 that beat SMU, who's in the college football playoff. You've got a 10-3 Iowa State team. You've got a 9-3 Colorado team. You've got a 8-4 Baylor, TCU, Texas Tech, and Kansas State. So that kind of tells you that every single week. And also you got Kansas, who at the end of the year when they got healthy, they were beating people. I think you have to look at the totality of this conference. I'm not saying you're stacking up with the SEC. Not even close, right? I get that. But to say it's a weak conference, I think is just someone that hasn't watched a lot of Big 12 football, because it's got a lot of parity in it.
Top to bottom.
And you've got, again, like the middle portion of your conference is still like an 8-4 Kansas State.
Yeah, no, it's absurd. It's absurd. In fact, it probably closest mirrors the SEC in terms of top to bottom kind of relative equality. And make no and he sometimes, you know when sometimes people tell on themselves. Here's Leonardo's comment. Alabama did not deserve to be near the playoff, but SMU deserved it last. Alabama lost all but one coach and 40 players in the portal. Oh, damn. So here it comes out, Here the truth comes out. And that's the dirty truth in all of this dialogue and debate, is that so much of it is just Alabama fans who for 15 years are used to being on top, and finally now they're on the outside looking in, and they cannot fathom why, and they cannot compute it. The spoiled child, you're like Dudley from Harry Potter. Last year I got 41 presents. Well, guess what? Vernon, he ain't getting you 2 more at the zoo, Dudley. Sorry, you fat little pig. Here's a little tale from your boy T. Hagrid. Yes, Taylor.
So many, all the talking heads on ESPN, like you're talking about, can't fathom that Alabama's not in it. Their biggest argument for weeks now has been, yeah, Alabama's got 3 losses, but I guess we shouldn't schedule tough games. You didn't lose your tough games.
I know, dude. I know.
You got blown out by an Oklahoma team. Congratulations. You gave them 2 of their SEC wins this year. You gave them 1 of their 2. Vanderbilt, you were a 20-point favorite. They put 40 points on you. They're 6-6. The only good team you lost to this year was Tennessee. So you could sit there and say, oh, well, they have so many wins. First off, LSU and Missouri, look, we're LSU fans. Not as good of a win as everybody's making it out to be. Alabama's got 2 good wins as far as I'm concerned, and they have 2 really, really bad losses.
It's just this whole we're not going to schedule good teams thing is so weak-minded, soft, pathetic, whatever synonym you want to use. It is such a joke as to the point of being embarrassing. Greg Byrne should be embarrassed with his comments. You lost to your conference schedule. You didn't go out of conference and lose a game. You lost to the dregs of your conference in at least one case in Oklahoma. What are you talking about?
All 3 SEC teams lost only conference games, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What
like Alabama didn't go up to Wisconsin and drop a game.
About?
Right.
You freaking losers, dude. All around. And trust us, I know about losing out of conference games. And guess what? And that's another thing I see out of LSU fans. We need to reschedule. We need to cut some clips in immediately. Hey, how about you drop your nuts, okay? I'm so freaking sick of it. How about you drop your nuts and you win the game? If you want to be a good team, you got to win. If you want to play the fairy dance and try to, daintily tiptoe your way through the regular season, go ahead. Ain't for me. My bad, dude. I mean, I got a little fired.
No, it's a valid point because it's nothing to do with the non-con.
Nothing.
Like for those teams, there's nothing to do with it. It's all like it's the conference games.
Exactly. But again, the point is, yes, the SEC is the best conference, obviously, but also the teams relative to one another, it's no different than the Big 12. It's no different than these other conferences. So I'm not just going to reward you because you have higher recruiting rankings or because Vegas would favor you. I don't care. It's not how sports work. And that's not how I want college football work. I want college football to remain weird and wonderful and quirky and a bit uneven because that's where the magic happens, right? In those disparities. Again, I mean, you said TCU, Michigan. There's billions, not billions, whatever. There's plenty of examples from which to choose to kind of reinforce that point.
Are you surprised that the committee put in SMU over Alabama?
No, because where they ranked SMU last week and how the game played out, they had to.
I know. I'm not talking about the analytics and the metrics and all that. I'm just saying, like, your actual, like, in your heart of hearts, when you were sitting down watching the selection show, when they said, and with the last seed coming in at number 11, it will be.
To be fair, Brett McMurphy broke it right as the show started, which was very funny, but there was still something in the back of my head that was like, maybe, but there was still something in the back of my head that like maybe McMurphy's like got bad info. Like I was still just thinking like last year that I could see that Crimson Tide come up once again.
Yeah, and so I didn't see Brett's report before that, so I was watching it. Like
people were pissed. They're like, "What the hell, man?"
I was watching it. He probably thought he was like doing good too. I was watching it live, and I fully expected to see that Alabama A on the screen. And I know like all the metrics, all the analytics, and where they were, and SMU and the job they did in the ACC championship game. I thought SMU should get in, but I fully expected to see the Alabama A. And so Katie and I are sitting there watching it, and when I saw the pony pop up there, I was like,
I'll be
no
damned.
way. Exactly, I think probably what I said. I'll be damned. I think I said they done put the ponies in. It surprised me. Like, even though I thought based off the data that we had, it was probably going, not probably going to be, it should have been SMU based off where they were, how they played that game, where Alabama was. But I did think that Alabama was going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and they did not. And again, Alabama is just an extreme example of a conversation that we'll have multiple times in this thing when we pick a team at large to get in the last spot. It's going to happen every year. It's definitely more extreme this year because it's been the team for the past decade and a half that's in the conversation, but this will happen every year. But guess what? Again, if Alabama gotten in and SMU gotten left out, I wouldn't have felt bad for SMU either. It's the last spot in the playoff. Like, I don't care, okay? They're functionally even, whichever two teams you're going to be choosing from. So it is what it is. I'm just excited for this tournament as a whole to get to take place. All right, when we get back, let's maybe talk a little, say the little LSU to the Texas Bowl. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
It was just before Christmas, with joy in the air. The holidays approaching, a season to share. With loved ones and friends all gathered together, enjoying the season in spite of the weather. From large celebrations to tables for two, the answer is easy when you know what to do. For here at
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tula at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Friendship, or choose chill, because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway, and you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Don't fumble the holidays this year. K-Falls Auto Detailing gift cards are the winning gifts for clients and loved ones. Visit kfalls.com to call and order your gift cards today. Then stop by their office on Seacon Lane to pick them up. K-Falls Auto Detailing. Let us handle the details. KFAULS.com.
Hey, it's Jake and James here from Trash Rangers of Louisiana.
Wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 5 brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around.
Yeehaw! What's up, y'all? Welcome back. OTB talking playoffs. We got us to talk about, but it's going to be hard for me to get out of the playoff right away. I'm just so pumped for it. You know what my toxic nature dictates, though, Jake?
What's that?
I think I'm cheering for little old Clemson. I don't even know how I got here, but I can just feel it. Hey, what if we were first ever 3-loss national champion? You know what I'm saying? I mean, a whole lot of people have to say sorry then. They keep saying Dabo can't win. Dabo can't win. Well, look at little old Clemson now, boy. We back in this thing.
I'm not entirely against you.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not the team I'm pulling for,
Just
but I wouldn't hate
all
to see
these other nerds,
Elijah, turn these two fools' microphones off and take a goddamn lap.
Who say it couldn't be us? You know?
Both of you take a lap.
Come on now.
I expect this kind of trash from Taylor.
You ever go down the slide in the football ops? You ever go down the slide in football ops, man? Come on now.
Taylor feels Clemson.
Hey, what's your name again?
You're
You're a 12-star in my book. You ever seen a bedazzled BCS championship? I mean, come on now.
Did you see the tweet that's like, you know who else had 12 people vying for
yeah.
ultimate prize?
Yeah, exactly. Right around this time of year, too, you know? Let's go.
So, but like, out of everybody,
I can think of 6 teams off the top of my head.
Look. To be clear, I'm cheering for Clemson against the big dogs.
Okay,
of course, I would love.
He hates Texas more than he hates Alabama.
No. This is not about Texas. This would be about Clemson. No. This would be about Clemson rolling through them. Then maybe like Oregon or Ohio State. Like I'm talking about, out of the big dogs, the big brands. I think it would be deeply funny if Clemson, and especially in this day and age where everything's shifting and becoming more immoral and more money driven, if the Clemson Emperor were to strike back from the grave. Although no, look, man, I like underdogs.
I don't hate that narrative.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I can't get on board.
But I like underdogs. I mean, you know, my number one team with a bullet is Indiana, obviously.
Okay, well, by the metric though that you use for Clemson,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Clemson.
You got listen. You got a God-fearing old coach that wants to go out there and just play some ball. Then you should be going for Boise State.
Boise, I like the underdog. Just said it. I like Boise.
Look,
I got no problem with Boise. I hope we get Broncos and Mustangs, little horse on horse, you know, little donkey Palm Sunday.
I got to credit Jake on this one.
He's been too far.
Right,
Jake's been on this guy all year. I got to credit him. I got to go with Cam Scatterbo and Arizona State. That's the team I'm pulling for.
If I was like, hey, you can pick the national champion,
dude, it's
Arizona
I'm
going
State.
Sun Devils.
Kenny Dillingham, 34 years old. I mean, they had a 0.5% chance to win the Big 12 coming into the year. 0.5%.
I wonder what the odds.
You got to go with that team.
I wonder what the odds, and maybe the Ott father. Well, he's not probably up right now, but if he was, like what that was for them to win the Big 12 before the season.
That's a good question, dude. I'll say this about Scatterbo. There are a few things that make me believe in fate or destiny, or maybe that we're living in a simulation or an idiocracy, as much as watching Cam Scatterbo be crowned Big 12 WWE Player of the Game and also Monster Energy Player of the Game and be given a giant WWE belt with to celebrate on stage. I mean, that is just fantastic stuff. Also, when they cut to Scatterbo parents and you could see that both of them had sleeve tattoos.
Yeah, come on.
You knew where it all came from.
Yeah, I had a lot of people asking. He is not my sixth child, but he can be adopted. Maybe. I mean, if we need to do that, we can do it.
Chat was very impressed that you made it from the game to the SEC championship on time. Very proud of you.
Yeah, he is a dog. And he's not just okay, well, I mean, he's, this guy, he can run over people. He's probably going to run a 4.8. No. Like, he is super athletic. He has some of the best balance that I've seen in a running back.
Dense, just kind of.
And he'll like
a steady.
He'll hit somebody and then kind of like go 3 steps sideways, but then go full speed.
Oh, bro, that spin off the hit into cutback on, I don't know if it was power. I can't remember what type of running play it was, but I mean, he had a ton of these runs, but there was one in particular, the spin off the hit into cutback in the back. It was unreal. Scatterbo really on a national stage, and then doing the Heisman every touchdown was excellent as well. All right, let's continue.
I appreciate the hustle there.
What, trying to get his name in New York? Why not?
Again, because like there's a lot of people that, and this isn't a shot like it at any the Southeast, the Northeast, the Midwest. There's just a lot of people that don't watch football west of Texas.
Yeah.
And you might not know who he is. And like Like, so last year, Scattaboo used to come in. He played running back, obviously, but he would come in like in a bunch of Wildcat situations. And there was so many people that hit me up on Twitter. Wait, I thought that guy played quarterback. I'm like, no, that was Wildcat situations last year when they were kind of desperate. He's, in fact, a running back.
Avo says Arizona State had 100-1 preseason odds to win the conference. Sheesh. All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to trashrangers.com. If you're in South Louisiana and you need waste removal, you need Trash Rangers. If it's residential and you live in Livingston or Ascension, make the switch today like many of your neighbors have. Chances are you've seen the red cans popping up around the neighborhood. Chances are you might have seen people talking about it on Facebook, heard it from your neighbor just anecdotally. But either way, the reason why everybody's making the switch is because it's just a better level of reliability, of customer service, of just straight up give a damn, right? They never miss. They text you, remind you the night before it's your day, so you never forget to put the cans out again. And if you're a business owner, we know businesses have many unique needs, whether it's front-load dumpsters, empty up to 6 days a week, giant roll-off dumpsters. If you're a business owner anywhere in the listening area, again, it's all there for your Trash Rangers. Go to trashrangers.com.
And when you go to the website, remember you can always sign up there at the bottom of the site. Residential, commercial, service, and those roll-off dumpsters. 3 different sizes. They're going to make sure you have the right size at your project. Go to trashrangers.com.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, welcome back, guys, to OTB. Wrapping up hour 1 here. Look, yeah, Clemson can absolutely be Texas round 1. Let's be clear. We don't really, Texas against we don't have a great sample size against good teams, right? I mean, they lost both games to Georgia. Now, they were close, and granted, with how good Georgia is, you imagine they played that well. Like, they should be able to beat Clemson, but then again, I mean, look, yeah, Vandy was close. The A&M game was not close. The score kind of was, but also Clemson's offense significantly better than A&M's, and their defense. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be a really good game. Tennessee, Ohio State, going to be a really good game. Here's one thing I would say about the playoff committee. I think it is wild that you have sitting ADs and presidents on that thing. Like, how is Ward Manuel supposed to make, because Tennessee and Ohio State were basically even resume-wise. How is he supposed to make an objective decision on who gets the home game there? Like, that's crazy. And you could say, oh, but he chose for Ohio State. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bias works both ways, right? Does he want to be perceived as being against Ohio State? Does he want to help out the Big Ten? Because as Jake very solidly pointed out when we were talking about this commercial, like, you make more money, right? So it's crazy to me that you can have, and the funniest part is, but they do hang their hat at the door, guys, okay? They literally hang a hat at the door as they enter the room. You know what's the most shocking thing about the video of the playoff committee? A lot of people saying, like, you know, no snacks, no beer, no nothing like that. No notepads, no computers.
Yeah. Are
they all just taking mental notes? I thought that was pretty wild because I do this job and I have to write stuff down or I will not remember the points I want to make. Maybe they have legions of people taking notes underneath them they can ask anything to, but I was a bit shocked that there were just no notepads out there.
I tell you, that whole scene, I think my tweet was, I've seen more joy at the DMV. I mean, they looked miserable in that room. And you're right, no computer, no notepad, no snacks, no beers, no joy. I mean, my setup in like West Campus apartment rivaled that. Like, what are we? We're the college football playoff committee. Can we get like a badass setup with like better TV? They went and got the TCL deal down at Walmart for $79 on Black Friday sale to throw up there for the committee.
Yeah, just had a bunch of TCLs up there. I mean, that is a good price, to be fair.
I mean, it is, but that's what they went and got. Like, what are we doing? Like, put these son of a guns in a movie theater and have a 4-screen up or something.
So that's my only thing about the committee is like, but then again, I mean, maybe you say, well, then who do you pull from? I'm sure you can put together a panel of college football experts. Yes. I guess everybody's going to have some biases, but like not as much as an active AD or president.
Current biases, like Ward Manuel's conference gets more money the more Big Ten teams get in this thing. I'm not even saying that you even try to do it, but just like it just happens organically, like in your mind, right? Like go get somebody like a Mac Brown who just finished coaching. Okay, he's coached in the Big 12, the ACC. He's been an assistant in the SEC. Right, he's touched all these different conferences. He wouldn't have a current bias, and so I mean, you're always going to have some. Like T-Bob said, I agree there, but at least get away from current biases.
All right, hour 2 coming up next. We can move on from CFP a little bit.
Off the bench.
Go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Okay, guys. Is your candy cane gone a little limp? Well, guess what? Père Noël Bob, that's me, Santa Bob, here to put some stiffness in your stocking, okay? Go to yourgoodwood.com today, and we're done with erectile dysfunction. Bottom line. We're done with low T. Bottom line. We're done with hair loss. Bottom line. Because this Christmas, we're going to be our best selves, okay? No coal. Only. I'm going to back off that one. The point is, go to yourgoodwood.com today and let's be our best self. Let me customize a plan for you. Yourgoodwood.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in a new 2025 Ram 1500 truck with $15,000 off MSRP. $15,000 off the newly designed Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, December 9th. Today at Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 73 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll recap the Saints' victory over the New York Giants, and we'll talk about LSU's matchup in the Texas Bowl. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Sorry, okay, one more. I hate to do this a lot. Hit it one more time so Jake can hear the whole thing and we can get his thoughts on it. Just restart the air.
Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Santa's Little Helpers.
Yeah. Well done, Alonzo.
Low man wins. And nice. Hey now.
All right.
I like the Santa's Little Helpers.
In there. I like that.
I like Santa's Little Helpers a lot. Yeah. Happy holiday.
Speaking of Santa's Little Helpers, real quick, though, I did offer to help T-Bob buy his children Christmas presents because he lost all his money on the Hawk Tua coin.
Yeah, I know, dude.
So we're going to do an OTB coin to try to get all our money back.
That was another coin you were talking about.
So, by the way, the funny thing about that is I accidentally, I probably watched or listened to more appropriate because I did it while I was like cleaning, doing chores around the house. I probably listened to / watched about 3 to 4 hours of Ponzi scheme stuff this weekend.
Okay.
Have you all ever heard of the YouTube channel CoffeeZilla?
No.
He's this guy that just basically exposes crypto scams, and it's really good.
How's he have the time?
Then that led me to Charles Ponzi, and I started listening to like a documentary about him, and so my understanding of these crypto Ponzi schemes, how they work, and kind of how easy they are to get away with without legal like ramifications, I feel better than ever that we can scam our way to the top with our OTB coin.
I mean, I'm down.
And again, I think the point is, I think we just advertise it very honestly as a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Get in on the ground floor and you will make money. And everybody just keeps saying that to the next person, and eventually somebody loses, but not us, right?
As long as it's not us, then I really don't care.
For instance, they had this one hedge fund company that was taking people's money in, promising these consistent 8% returns.
Mm-hmm.
They also created their own coin. Then they started using the money that people were investing with them to buy their own coin so that the owners of the company could sell their coin without crashing the price.
Yeah.
So the owners are getting rich, spending the investors' money on their own coin. And eventually, of course, it got found out, or everything crashed, and they were just like, our investments went bad.
Yeah.
And nobody's in legal trouble.
That's basically Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, it's great. Actually, Jordan Belfort was involved. How about that?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Supposed to be a reformed man, but here he was.
That's the exact same thing he did on Wolf of Wall Street.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Sell
saying.
penny stocks until they crashed, and then
white collar crime, you got a good chance of walking away relatively unscathed as long as you protect that nut.
Yeah.
Go to Panama, put our money there. We're good to go, dude.
Switzerland's what Jordan Belfort did. He went to Switzerland.
Well, but remember the Panama's the hot place. I
Yeah.
think still now. I'm pretty sure because you can own companies without having your name on the paperwork.
Oh, then yeah. Panama.
It's called like a beneficiary owner or something like that. I'm going to stay in the lab. I'm going to keep grinding on how to scheme, guys. But just know I'm putting in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get you to Panama because you'll end up in Panama City Beach with the way that you don't know where places are.
So it's fair. That's true. Where's Panama? Hawaii? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I could see T-Bob's getting arrested for this.
Oh my
I don't know. I think Panama's in like the Caribbean or something.
T-Bob's in a beachside condo. He gets arrested. He's like, wait, guys, no, I'm in Panama. I'm in Panama. You can't.
There's no extradition. Sir, you're in Panama City.
And you were like,
this is
classic mix-up.
Damn it! I was wondering why I had to put my name on all that paperwork.
Yeah,
He's like listening to Van Halen's.
Where were the
Panama
tax
the entire
breaks
time.
I was promised?
So it's kind of what like connects Mexico and South America.
Like
it's right by Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Is that all Caribbean?
I mean,
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
But you remember that ship, that cargo ship? It got stuck in the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Like last
absolutely.
year or
Yeah,
something like that?
for sure.
Yeah.
It's more Panama Canal.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I guess it kind of is the Caribbean. It's like between the Caribbean and the Pacific.
Was Panama
so.
Canal a Teddy Roosevelt thing or an FDR? There's a Teddy thing, right?
I think it was Teddy.
I'm pretty sure.
I think. I don't know for sure.
He's one of them Roosevelt boys.
It's a Central American country. There you go.
Yeah, the country
Percent.
itself is Central American, but like it's between the Pacific and the Caribbean. So
It's on the isthmus
It's
of
still
Central
so
America.
funny
One of
to
the
me that a
one of the
ship
hardest
gets-
words to say.
They play in the
Isthmus.
CONCACAF in soccer.
Yes.
Like, Costa
CONCACAF's
Rica,
just the Americas,
Cuba,
right?
Jamaica, Mexico, U.S., Canada.
Oh, the ship was in the Suez Canal. Never mind, my bad.
I thought it was Panama Canal.
I thought it was the Panama Canal.
Yeah, no.
Either
All the
way,
canals are the
either
same.
way,
Canal.
how funny was that
Canal,
radio
canal.
call in? Right? He's like, "Hey, we're gonna our shipment has a hiccup," and they're like, "What's wrong? Like, what happened?" He's like, "We're stuck."
Yeah, we're
What do you
stuck.
mean? Be like, guys,
Yeah.
the canal's not wide enough. We are stuck.
Yeah, we're just going to ruin global trading because everything's just a giant house of cards waiting to fall down if one thing goes awry.
Yeah, if you have a shipment that's stuck, call Central Plumbing.
Yes, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org, there for you when you need them. You need to clear out your poop canal. Well, don't worry. Central Plumbing's seen it all over 50 years, so they can fix it all. So, again, guys, this Christmas, make sure that your holiday is not ruined by a broken toilet, shower, anything like that. But head to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Flat rate pricing, licensed bond insured employees, and an excellent warranty coverage once the work is done. Speaking of poop, how about them Saints yesterday, baby? 14-11 winners over the New York Football Giants. One of the most historic NFL franchises could not handle the power of the Houdat Nation and the black and gold. Yesterday, we were treated to a game that featured 18 penalties, 15 punts, a combined 10 of 34 on third down. How about this, guys? Can I interest you in some 3 and outs? Because of 27 possessions, 11 went 3 and out. That's right, baby. We had missed field goals. We had a failed fake punt. We had punt return touchdowns negated by penalties. We had field goals negated by personal fouls. And we had a blocked final field goal attempt. Shout out Brian Brzee. Actually had an incredible game. But yes, if you watched that game yesterday, if you watched it closely, I should say, congratulations to you, because you, sir, are a man and a sadist and a masochist and enjoy self-flagellation. I enjoyed the game, but I got to be honest, the brain cells that it occupied were probably in the single digits. I had it on. I was walking around, playing with the kids, doing some stuff. I'd look up and be like, Kidra Miller got 3 yards. Look at that. You know? He did let the dog off the leash, a whole 9 feet. And then I would go back to doing whatever I was doing. Oh, look, Derek Carr just tried to jump and shattered his body. Oh, that's cool. And then I would just go back to doing whatever I was doing. Which, by the way, guys, if Derek Carr's hurt, great news for me and my balls, because he ranks top 12 in like a ton of different stuff right now. So we're good. Fracture. Yeah, you could tell it was definitely a fracture. Oh, I thought it was like his forearm.
No,
maybe.
Rappaport says fracture in his non-throwing hand.
Just keep him out. Just keep him out. There's no point in Derek Carr paying. Just make the money, Derek Carr. Nobody cares at this point. Whatever. Daniel Blunt, T-Bob, the game wasn't that bad.
Not good.
I don't know, dude. I think it was pretty bad. That was one of the worst NFL games I think I've ever watched.
It was bad, but like when he was out Friday, you and I were talking about that. We kind of expected it, right? I think we went like 17-14. Like we kind of expected a game like this.
Yeah. That is true. It's not far from our score prediction. These two teams combined 1-13 against teams with winning records. Shout out Jeff Duggan, who has a lot of just really crappy stats in his breakdown of the game today. Again, though, how about Brian Brzee? Good game for Brzee.
Yeah.
Game-winning field goal block. Love to see that. Now he's checked the one box that Marcus Davenport had.
Yeah.
Right. So he's a legitimate, much better pick than Davenport ever was. I mean, he was already before, but I love seeing him. A game-winning field goal block is badass, no matter what. Because at that point, it did feel like, oh my God, you're going to blow this. Like you had the lead the entire game. The offense couldn't get anything going. The defense is finally out of steam.
I thought Malik was going to score on the one that he kept making people miss at the end.
Yeah, it's like, here we go, dude. And you managed to avoid it, thank God.
It was nice to see, the offensive line that we thought we would see all season long finally back together. And, Cesar Ruiz continues to struggle, but it was still nice to see, the one offensive line get out there and actually playing a game together. So there's a couple of things to take from this. You're past the point where I think draft choice is something you're worried about. Like you've already won too many games to get one of those top 3 type choice, draft picks. So like just continue to go out there, see what you can do. The NFC South continues to be up and down, right? The Falcons lose again. The Bucs are pulling away a little bit, but I mean, you still have an opportunity. You still have something to play for. Like I said, you're already past the point when you're worrying about tanking. So go see what you can do. See if you can create any momentum. You're going to have a tough, difficult choice to make when it comes to who's going to be the next head coach. You got a couple of tough games also coming up, and if you win those, maybe the Rizzler gets an opportunity.
So during Christmas, I think, it's a time to feel nostalgic and think about the times of your childhood and both the Falcons and Saints completely sucking again, there's something almost Norman Rockwell-esque about that. It's been the vast majority of the history of this rivalry basically this rivalry is bum fights over multiple decades. And we're getting back to that, which is great to see. As you have Kirk Cousins out here making $180 million. You have Derek Carr out here making $160 million or whatever it is. You just call it 180. I don't care. It's really fantastically inept from two of the most historically inept franchises in NFL history.
Bad ball.
Bad ball.
Real bad ball.
I mean, the Falcons have lost 4 games in a row. And don't look now. Taylor's boy, Baker, and the Bucs back and clearly looking like the best team in just a god-awful NFC South.
7-6, but still, I mean,
winners are 3 in a row.
Yeah, there's something to play for. If you're, you might as well, again, if you're the New Orleans Saints, see what you can end up doing, seeing if you can create anything, any juice, any momentum, because I don't know what the offseason looks like. I mean, you have some tough choices. You got to find your next head coach. You have to figure out what you're going to do with the quarterback position. Are you really going to roll that out there again? Because I don't know where you're going to be in the draft. Can you get a franchise quarterback? I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, we've seen it happen in the draft before. I mean, top 3 quarterback doesn't guarantee you anything.
But it almost does, you know what I'm saying? Or, I mean, no, it doesn't almost guarantee you a good one. But if we look at all the good quarterbacks in the NFL, how many were not top picks? It's a short list. You can get lucky, but it is a short list.
What do you consider, I guess, top? Like you're saying top 5,
top 10. Say top 10. I mean, I guess Mahomes technically wasn't top 10, so that's crazy.
He wasn't.
And he was like 11, I want to say, because I think the Saints, maybe 12 because the Saints picked 13. That was the Lattimore year.
Here's the leading passers. And this isn't like the only metric to go off of, but it's just the first one I pulled up. Leading passers in the NFL: Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Patrick Mahomes, C.J. Stroud. Of that group,
was fast, but is
1, 2,
Geno, Kirk?
3,
no, Geno was the top pick. No,
4. You have 4 of the 10 that were outside the top 5.
Okay. But how far? But
outside the top 10, really.
Okay, outside the top 10.
Yeah, because Kirk Cousins was a 3rd-round pick. Geno Smith was a 1st-rounder, but later.
But he was like teen somewhere.
Lamar, same situation. Mahomes fell right outside the top 10.
Okay, so you can get a 1st-round quarterback maybe somewhere in the middle of the first round.
Brock Purdy's at 12. Obviously, we know he was Mr. Irrelevant. And, Bo Nix is a pretty good example.
Yeah, true. Bo Nix having a really good year.
Class.
Okay, so maybe there is some hope just getting a 1st-round quarterback if you go ahead and draft one then.
But since they haven't done it since Archie Manning, I don't really have a lot of hope that they're going to actually do it.
Yeah.
But if you continue to roll out the same personnel, and look, Derek Carr hasn't
you
been
don't really have a choice at this point.
I know,
right?
He hasn't been the only issue, but your cap situation, where you're going to be drafted now, looks like it's going to be somewhere between 9 and 13, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, probably where they've lived the last 3 years.
Like, what difference maker can you get that's going to be
Patrick Mahomes.
Available?
Patrick Mahomes at 11 or 12. No, I don't know. Again, to your point, Jake, as you rebuild this thing, it might not even be time to think quarterback yet. We'll see how the market shakes out, but yeah, it might not. Unless you fall in love with a guy, it might not be time yet.
I mean, and also there's other positions that you're going to, I don't think you have a player in the top 50.
Hold on, I've got a list right here, Jake, of the other positions Saints need, and it says everything. It says every single position. Except for, ironically, maybe like offensive tackle, you're kind of okay. Unless you have a beast tackle, I could see that, and then you bump Penny down a guard. But have we arrived at a sick place where the Saints' offensive line is actually the
strength of their team?
I know,
yes,
I know.
What a bad roster.
I know you've had injuries, but like when you start talking about leading receivers, your leading receiver on this team is your running back. And Alvin Kamara is 65th in the NFL as far as receiving yards.
Yeah.
So there's 64 players in the NFL that are ahead of anything that you have.
Bro, we have literal dudes off the street.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kevin Austin Jr. played over 50 snaps in this game against the Giants.
I mean, honestly, if I want to stick by my Arizona State take, the Saints being 5-8 right now, much more impressive than the Chiefs being 11-1 or 12, whatever the hell they are now.
I don't want to talk about the Chiefs.
I know. I'm sorry, dude. Doink for the division, huh? Jeez.
I mean, one, like the play they converted to be able to kill the
I didn't
clock.
see it. Was it a penalty?
No. I mean, it's like the most Chiefs. Yeah, right. It's the most Chiefs play ever where you've got great pressure on Mahomes. You miss a sack, and he just finds Kelsey like on a knee, basically.
Yeah.
Throws it to him, first down. They run out the clock. And then they doink. That field goal doesn't go in for any other team.
No, but it's the Chiefs, too.
It's the Chiefs, though. It doinks off and goes in.
Yeah.
For the division.
Doink for the division.
I mean, if it doesn't go in, like you lose the game. The Chargers did all that to come back down 13-0.
Yeah.
And you don't want to talk about dudes off the street.
I feel
Chargers are duct tape and super glue right now.
I feel like the Chiefs have won every game like 15-13 this year. Have they scored in the 20s once this season?
I saw a stat the other day. I'm actually working on confirming it right now. I saw a stat that said if you take away the last 2 minutes of every game, the Chiefs have the worst record in the NFL.
Oh, let's go. Legends, dude. But isn't that kind of the point that we talked about, though? Like, good teams, find a way.
They do. Good teams do find a way.
And bad teams find a way to lose, which I thought the Saints were going to do yesterday. Credit to the Rizzler for not letting it happen.
I mean, that happens every Chargers-Chiefs game. Happens pretty much just like that.
It almost seems like the
no
Chiefs are either
McConkey,
going to...
you still almost won.
It almost seems like Chiefs' luck's either going to run out and they're going to get upset first round or they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
there's no in between with this team.
No, they've no. I mean, you watched the Bills yesterday. Josh Allen, accounts for 6 touchdowns and they lose. No turnovers. Real quick, back on Brazil, because I think, this whole segment was a bit flippant. The block was actually incredible. To leap the line like that, the amount of athleticism from a man that big to leap the line, get his hands up with game on line, block field, that was awesome. So, shout out Brian Brzee doing it for the Rizzler. Hunt Palmer saying Chiefs has won 13 straight one-score games.
I think it's 15 straight.
Man. All right. Coming up next here on OTB, we got a lot to get to. We got LSU heading to the Texas Bowl. John Summerall ain't leaving. Got some Portal QB talk, LSU Membepa. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, okay? Got any All-Star family? Sorry, guys. I guarantee that your experience with All-Star will be much better than that noise I just made in your ears. Because Toyotathon's going on right now for the holiday season. Look at that. A new 24 Tacoma, only 4.99% APR financing for 72 months. Let's go. One of a plethora of deals to be had over there of an airline in Goodwood. Go see him today. Your one-stop car shop, All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
That little Hans? Hans Gruber?
Okay, hold on. Talk for a second. I'll get my Hans on.
All right. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
All-Star Toyota. All-Star Toyota. Located on the airline in Goodwood. Haver of excellent deals. Should you need a collision or service center, All-Star Toyota is there for you.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we
under the mistletoe.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Your sweet kiss is the first gift I'd like to receive. The presents that we bought will have to wait beneath the tree. Meet me under the mistletoe, midnight Christmas Eve. There's frost on all the windows, candles burning bright, stockings on the mantel, everything's just right. Soon the house will come alive with family and friends.
Hey, tell them. Turn it up.
Before it all begins, meet me under the mistletoe, midnight Christmas Eve.
I ain't never heard this.
Your sweet kiss is the first gift I'd like to receive.
Randy Travis?
I was about to say, no Randy.
I recognize the voice because we've celebrated Randy Travis on this show quite a bit before.
Yeah.
But no, I've never heard this. This is great. Probably my country Christmas music, though, is... I
was going to say country Christmas is probably the best
probably outside
genre.
my realm a lot, actually. So I like learning about it.
The best genre of Christmas music, in my opinion.
Cool. I like it. Yeah, we had a couple today, huh?
Mm-hmm. I have a really good one coming up. I need to preface it with saying it's kind of unserious, but it's
this show.
Oh, the
it's a staple
what?
in the Villarreal household. It is a staple.
Yep.
How do you not even say your own last name correctly?
I did.
Villa? Is it not Villarreal?
It is, but the Americanized version is Villarreal.
Villarreal.
Do you say quesadilla?
I don't.
Okay.
I say tortilla?
I do out of habit just to be.
Yeah, I mean, look, I grew up with many country Georgia families that said quesadilla unironically.
Yeah.
I would say it
I have a family member that I think he still thinks that's actually what it is. I think he does.
I would say it because of Napoleon Dynamite, but
Yeah,
make yourself a dang quesadilla.
I mean, I'm the idiot. I didn't know until like a year ago that the 2 L's were what dictated kind of the Y sound, and so I said Madejo for Modelo. Sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You had
thought I was being fancy. I know. I think they're the ones.
That,
I think they're the ones that eventually told me actually. So it might have been a couple. Years
It was
ago
funny though, like because they would be back there and they would argue on how to say something in Spanish as well. Danny and Mario, like they kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, well, I'm convinced Danny doesn't actually know how to speak Spanish. I tell him this all
Mario
the time.
does games in
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah,
so
Mario
he's
does like calls.
Yeah, Danny's fake bilingual. I talk about this all the time. I was confronting this. I was confronting him about this just the other night. Where were we? At Don Juan. He ended up coming by Don Juan. I was making fun of him.
He was at Don Juan?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah.
when I wasn't there?
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah, I know.
I did see him at the in Vegas though. Got to go all the way to Vegas to see Danny.
I missed him in Vegas. I was trying to
I
meet up
have
with him,
not
but
seen
I lost myself
young
in the
Daniel in a long time.
desert. Yeah. I'm going to the Polar Express Friday in New Orleans. Maybe I'll see him.
Fun.
I thought you hated all things Polar Express.
So I
He's
did
got
this. I did
kids.
this when Alice was first born, and it was actually pretty awesome.
Okay.
They went away for COVID. Now it's back. It's kind of funny though. You go to the Amtrak station, and you all get on a train, and the windows are covered in like what looks to be like festive other areas. But if you look past the window coverage, you see like a graveyard and like chain link fences. But it's magical inside that too. I will say that. Me and my sister had just had our firstborn children when we all went as like a big family. Everybody's in town for Christmas. We wore matching PJs and everything. And I'll be damned if we both weren't sobbing, crying by the end. So one good thing that Polar Express has ever done.
All right, because I know JD had some takes about the Polar Express, and I was like, "Where's T-Bob?" And as soon as I said, "Where's T-Bob?" T-Bob got in the mentions.
Yeah. It's it's not for me. It's not for me. That's fine.
It's not for a lot of people. You're not alone.
It is for me. Skeldon Crew. We'll talk about that more later.
Oh, I don't like Polar Express either. I think it's very
I don't like it either.
Yeah, we talked about it
Yeah.
Friday, didn't we? I think a little bit.
Yeah,
Thursday.
we did.
I was here.
Oh,
Thursday?
you were here? Okay.
Yeah.
So how about it, guys? LSU go to the Texas Bowl, guys. Taking on Baylor and Dave Aranda.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! And there it is, your Texas Bowl breakdown. LSU Baylor coming up in a couple of weeks. All right, coming up next here on Off the Bench, we got John Sumrall. Is he staying? Is he out? Is Darian Mintz staying out? We still got to break down the LSU basketball game as well. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the Bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McCurdy Injury Attorney's there for you when you need him. You go to getgordon.com. You see all the different cases that they can handle. You see results from past customers. And you see how you can win. You can also fill out a consult form right there, and they'll get in touch with you immediately. Remember, follow them at Get Gordon on social media, and you'll see a lot of great content with your favorite athletes, man. The members of the G team, as is this. In this age of NIL where it's uber important to retaining talent that you actually pay them, I know, despicable. Gordon's been one of the leaders in getting this done for the Tigers. So get Gordon to get it done today. GetGordon.com, getgordon.com.
Go to the website and see what they can do for you in the courtroom, past client results, all that information right there on the website. But if you're in the state of Louisiana, you have a question that you want to get answered, just put your area code before 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play. 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties, so retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe.
You hear that, guys? Turkey. Not a ham.
Can't help that ham is superior to turkey, and you just want to give yourself over to it.
Benjamin Franklin wanted to make turkey
prime
the
rib on Christmas.
They have money.
It's a little much, isn't it? How about you just bake a bird like an American?
So we did that on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And over there, Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. God, I love this song, dude. Every version of it. My kids been getting a kick out of me singing this to them to go to bed at night.
That sounds a little threatening. Let's see if reindeers know how to fly.
No. They're just staying awake. They're staying awake.
Throw them off the roof
No, Jesus, no. How are you taking it? No.
I don't know.
The tiny tots are staying awake with their eyes all aglow just to, see if, they can catch a glimpse of Santa.
Out of context.
They're not booby trapping the reindeer and, throwing them into the deep end.
It's like the old Joey Hester throw you in a pool, sink or swim ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it sounds like, out of context.
I don't know what Chad's talking about. The first comment I saw is, y'all think Jesus died for Taylor's sins?
I don't know.
He died
I would say not just me, but
no,
he died for T-Bob's. He died for Jake's.
He died for everyone, save for
for all of
Taylor's.
our
Taylor is the one person excluded from the covenant. He's the. Oh, I mean, it's crazy.
Should we start calling him Taylor Sweeney or Dabo Sharp?
I like Taylor Sweeney.
I mean, T-Bob was more on the Clemson thing earlier than I was.
I'll be Bob Sweeney and you can be, I'll be Bob Sharp and you can be Taylor Sweeney. I'm with you, bro.
I like Dabo.
Hey,
so
what about little? Well, duh, we know. What about little? What about little Clemson, man? What do you mean?
You ever see my dad's football like this?
No, I just.
What are you getting?
I mean, he
totally forgot that kid's name.
Ah,
100% forgot that kid's name.
Whose son was that?
That's a big running back. Oh my God, from 15-0 back in high school here. Where'd he go to? Assumption or
Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah, Brandon Jacobs.
Where'd he end up signing?
Who? Clemson.
He did end up signing.
Oh
with
yeah,
Clemson?
that was him committing to Clemson.
Oh, okay, I thought it was just like a visit.
No,
after that experience, he's still okay.
It's a dedication.
Hey,
I
who's
was
laughing
talking to
now?
him.
Who's laughing now? He committed to a playoff team. How about it?
Oh, I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about just the coach didn't know your name.
Little Clemson.
He did.
Speaking of little old Tulane, of course, Tulane's head coach John Sumrall. If you've paid attention to the recent news cycles, Sumrall has basically been linked to every job. Thought to be one of the top targets. And by the way, can I get that Fletcher Mackle tweet ready with sound here? It's in the Sumrall segment of the document. Sure, it doesn't break. That's on me. But he's been linked to every job. And it's also at a time when it's looking like it's going to be very tough, Jake, for the Green Wave to hold on to their quarterback, redshirt freshman phenom, and Darian Mensah. He's represented by Young Money. Word on the street is they believe, and I believe so as well, that he will get a 7-figure deal. I think for Tulane, it comes down to, can you get your offer close enough, right? Because I think he's probably pretty comfortable. It's a good spot, whatever. But also, he talked about growing up with his family, and his mom was a single mom raising multiple kids. She did a hell of a job, but he would love, obviously, to be able to provide for her here in the immediate. And he will be able to with how well he played this year. But so the point is, like, you're at risk of losing your quarterback, and here you sit. If it feels like you're maybe at risk of losing the head coach again, just 1 year after Willie Fritz left you for money. Here's what John Sumrall had to say when he had a press conference. People were asking about the North Carolina opening.
Am I here? I mean, my good. Do you want me to leave? No. All right. I get asked about it every day right now, and I'm like, I mean, I know we lost 2 games. Everybody wants to run me out of town, but I'm here. I showed up to work today. Comment about.
And he would go on later. There was a tweet from who do you quote? Here was Pete Thamel. So Pete Thamel tweeted, sources: Tulane coach John Sumrall's informed Tulane officials he is not pursuing any of the open jobs this cycle. Sumrall's name has been one of interest for all the Power 4 jobs. And then he tweeted, of course, the Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo, I'm not effing leaving gif. So you might lose Mensah, but a massive win, and that you held on to what was maybe one of the premier head coach candidates of this hiring cycle.
So what you're saying is he's definitely leaving.
No,
I'm just kidding. We play that game all the time.
Maybe I'm being naive. I take this at face value. I think he's staying.
I think he is. Do I think that he dabbled? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
You try to see what was out there. Maybe he didn't like what was out there. He's a really good football coach, and unfortunately, it is what it is. I mean, Tulane is in a really good place in their program, but they're still going to be a stepping stone program. Willie Fritz just left you for Houston. Tulane's a better football team than Houston.
Yeah,
but with the resources, the money, he went to Houston. I think Tulane's a better football team than, say, a North Carolina, who that's where Sumrall was kind of attached to. But resources and
is it three AAC championships in a row for Tulane? Now that they played in?
They played in, yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a good league.
So, maybe he just didn't like the situation. I don't know how long he's going to be there, but, fortunate for Green Wave fans, he's going to be there for another year. So now they got to go try to get their quarterback. And I have kind of laugh at the latest thing that's now in vogue in college football. Whenever you get your guy to stay, it's like you renegotiate with the quarterback. And that's the graphic, agrees to a new deal.
Oh, the On3 and Yahoo, whoever. The graphics teams in college football are unreal. They are out of control.
Jalen Daniels was the latest I saw. I was like, agrees to a new deal. I'm like, what? What are we doing?
Hey, but again, with the rules in place, of course, everybody's going to try to maximize their value, as they should. I mean, we'll talk about the Juan Soto deal during weekend winners, but what if the NFL didn't have a salary cap? Do you know how high the numbers would get for quarterbacks?
Yeah, that's why it does. I mean,
it would be insanity.
Yeah. I mean, look, Juan Soto's a good player, very, very good player, but we're getting close to $1 billion in the hell is Patrick Mahomes?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, if there was no cap, it'd be
Major League Baseball. Not even in the same atmosphere.
Those NFL owners. Nah, they didn't let the labor take over like damn MLB did. 100% convinced that he's leaving, although everybody else seems to be.
He's about to have,
hit the portal.
Pockets.
He had to hit the portal no matter what if he wants to maximize value. And of course he does, his agent does, of course they do, right? Here's what he had to say about his mom who raised him and 2 siblings as a single parent, saying, quote, "My family, my mom, that's what drives me. Just seeing her never really have my dad around, the way she works, the way she took care of us when I was younger, just kind of left that chip on my shoulder. And so I just really want to repay her and make things right. That's my woman. I love her to death." Well, congratulations, Darren Minson, because you played so well this year. 65% completion, damn near 10 yards per attempt, 22 touchdowns, 6 picks. You are going to get paid this cycle, and you earned it. And you're going to be able to provide for your mother and repay her for everything she gave you, and that's really awesome. Now, I hope Tulane gets a good enough offer where it convinces him to stay, but we will see. But if you got some wrong, I mean, the head coach is, 80% of the battle or whatever.
This portal window, it almost feels like maybe more than any that we've had is going to be the one that's the most active. I think you're going to see the craziest deals.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see some of the biggest names. And we've had names in the portal before, obviously. But because of the situation with revenue sharing coming down the road and players feeling like this is my time, this is my one last opportunity to make unlimited funds, whatever I can make, you're going to see names that I think normally wouldn't put themselves into the portal because they want to come back, but they're putting themselves in the portal because they want to be paid to come back.
So I will say this, though, Jake. It's funny because everybody's going all in, like revenue share is definitely coming. I mean, revenue sharing is coming. I don't know NIL's going anywhere. Did you see the letter? I think it was last Thursday, Ross tweeting out. Did you see the letters that 4 state senators wrote to their colleges? Mm-hmm. They basically said, look, if y'all try to stop boosters from paying, you're in direct violation of state law. So, again, I don't know. Revenue share is coming. I don't know that collectives or boosters are going anywhere, but we'll see. All right. Let's wrap up hour number 2. Next, talk a little LSU men's b-ball here on OTB.
Off the bench.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Information on any outages affecting Louisiana. Head to 1045ESPN.com. Powered by Shoots Electric and 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Just like the ones I used to know, where those streets.
Another banger. This vinyl will be played, probably for like 50 hours straight.
Yeah.
Close to Christmas in my house.
Makes sense. Great.
Have y'all heard the Philadelphia Eagles O-line version of this?
I mean, I have, but if you dare say anything like it's as good or if it's better, I'll throw this phone at you.
Well, so it is the version of the song that is what version? The what is it originally? It's got Mylata doing the Hawaiian high voice. But who sings the original White Christmas with the Hawaiian high voice?
Is it the same guy that sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow or no?
I can't remember.
But yes, it is
we can
that
find
version.
It. Yeah. No, I mean the Eagles O-line, they killed the entire Christmas album. They did great. Man, Nick Sirianni, what a calendar year.
So Christmas or Google says the original White Christmas is Michael Bublé.
He does have a banger of it, but I don't think that's original.
No, it's literally Bing Crosby in White Christmas.
It's Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm
What
talking
are
about
you
the one that had because I don't think
I
that
know
one
what you're
has
saying.
that one doesn't have the Hawaiian voice in that. That's a different version that's also much played during the season.
Hawaiian.
I don't know if it is Hawaiian. I'm saying that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
That's how I think of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's Hawaiian because nothing's coming up.
Hickory Dickory Dock, Clemson's back on the clock.
Oh my God.
If this show turns into a Clemson show, I'm telling y'all right now, I've got 3 weeks of vacation built up, and I'll take all of it.
Go for it. Because we don't need, look, man, hey, if you don't care about little old Clemson, that's fine. We don't need you. You know, because you're going to be one of them lined up to apologize. A whole lot of people are going to have to apologize.
Clemson.
A whole lot of people are going to have to say sorry.
Burned me last year.
Hey.
There's someone else a whole lot of people had to say
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly. That's right.
And they did. You're right about that.
Somebody said, Lord forgive them. They know not what they do, except for Taylor. Screw that dude.
Of the teams that y'all think actually have a realistic opportunity to win a national championship, like realistic opportunity, and now stop. Which one? Which one do you think? Like, which one would be the lesser of the two evils of like teams that could, for LSU or for you're just like gross. I don't want that team to win.
Right? I mean,
That's what I was gonna say.
it's a little annoying because they solidify themselves as a superpower that probably is not going anywhere, but they're so far away from us.
So far away. Also,
Big
I don't really see
I think-
them like many
I
recruits.
think any
that,
Big
like,
Ten team.
Yeah.
Like you will battle over some
You
recruits,
will,
but not
but I'm
super.
saying like
yeah,
none
yeah.
of the ones that we wanted really flipped over there. or
And yeah,
anything
Jake's
like
right. Any
that.
Big Ten team as
Yeah.
well.
So, because for LSU, like obviously they don't want Tennessee, they don't want Texas,
No.
they don't want Georgia. You recruit against those teams all the time. Certainly Texas and Georgia. Like you don't want that to happen. You open up with Clemson next year. I don't think you want Clemson being anywhere close to a national championship. Notre Dame, because of obvious reasons. Brian Kelly was a coach at Notre Dame, and you don't want, it's already a thing on Twitter. I don't think you want Notre Dame winning a national championship. But really, it's just the SEC teams and Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, I mean, Notre Dame, I wouldn't care that much about.
You wouldn't
honestly.
care, but on Twitter.
Oh, LSU fans.
LSU
yeah.
fans.
Oh, yeah. You would forever lose the. I mean, you would lose the Notre Dame breakup hard, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, because you came to LSU with the idea of it'd be easier for you to win a national.
And honestly, Georgia winning, bad, but not. Again, it's kind of like
you've been there, done that.
It's the logic of last week a little bit, where
Yeah.
the devil you know, the devil you don't, all that stuff.
Cortland Jacob made a great point. He goes, I hope that Oregon wins and Phil Knight calms down.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Okay,
no,
Phil.
they
Yes,
win one.
yes, Phil, you won. Chill out.
dude.
You're
Yeah.
good. You can stop spending.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm pulling
don't
for
worry,
that.
dude.
Okay.
You're fine.
It's not bad. It's not bad
I mean, it
reasoning.
depends on who y'all think has a realistic shot, though. I mean, how many teams are we
Okay, real
including?
quick.
Oregon?
Yeah, we have time. All right.
I'm sorry, basketball. We'll get to basketball later in the show.
Sure. I think Oregon. I think Texas. I think.
If you're going to say Texas, you got to say Georgia. I cannot abide
Yeah,
by.
I'm not there yet.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Penn State, Georgia, Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Notre Dame's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
Notre Dame is good. I think
get
that's a
why we
very
don't want to have the
interesting matchup
conversation.
against Indiana, though, dude. I
They
think it's a
do.
very interesting
Because
matchup.
Notre Dame's rushing attack is one of the best in the country, but Indiana's rush defense is literally the best in the country. It is
Yeah.
very interesting matchup. The cold weather is certainly not going to affect Indiana
No.
like it would some
Now,
other
Rourke
teams.
against that deep. What's Notre Dame's pass rush like, right? Because that was the difference in the Ohio State game. I know Notre Dame's back end is incredible. I know they have a very good D line, but do they have, how's their pass rush been? That'll go towards deciding how I feel about that game.
I don't know, man. So I'm sitting here and I'm like covering the Sugar Bowl. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get Texas. Like their media department's very open. It's very easy to talk with those guys. Now I'm like, man, Kirby's gonna shut down all these players. I'm gonna have to really work for it.
Yeah.
I know Marcus Freeman. I don't know Signetti. So like for me, like I'm like rooting for which one's gonna be easier to get interviews on the Superdome carpet.
Bro, you know, come on. You want to meet Signetti.
I wanna meet him.
You want to get that Signetti soundbite,
I know.
bro.
I need to know if he's like very
Marcus
open
Freeman's
to the
not going
media.
to give you a soundbite. Signetti might give you some.
Oh, I could get Marcus to give us one.
Nah, bro.
100% I could.
No, Marcus is too. He's pretty, right? But
He's kind of
just
a meathead,
pretty.
though. He's a
he's a
meathead.
pretty meathead. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Signetti will go out there a little bit.
Yeah, Signetti will give you something for sure, but I think both would.
Does Clemson actually have a chance of
No.
winning a championship?
No.
Are we
No.
sure?
I'm positive.
Sure.
In absolutes. Like
Ohio State?
Like a Sith.
Ohio State?
Sith? Right? Sith?
No, you don't think Ohio State?
Yes.
They don't have a good enough quarterback.
Okay. Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3, weekend winners coming up. Get your winners in the chat.
Off the bench.
Go to Ag10 Baton Rouge, ag10br.com, ag10br.com. All your AC, heat, and electrical needs all under one roof over there at Ag10. It's time to take control of your comfort zone, guys. That's right. You want service to the highest degree? Baton Rouge, New Orleans, no matter where you at in the listening area, we got you, man. And I say service to the highest degree, that ain't lip service. Go look at the online reviews. And maybe you just need, maybe nothing's gone wrong. You just want to get a checkup on your system, avoid any catastrophic issues down the road. Maybe something has gone wrong. Ag10's the answer. Maybe you need a whole home generator. Ag10's the answer. Proud partner LSU Athletics. Go to ag10br.com today.
Yeah, when you go to the website, remember you can schedule your appointment right there. Chances are they can be there today, and you don't want to shock the system, right? We got some cold weather that's been in. It's going to heat up. You're going to go back and forth. But if your unit is where it's supposed to be, you won't mess it up. You won't shock that system. Go to the website today, ag10br.com.
$15,000 off the newly designed Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, December 9th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 73. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have weekend winners at 9 a.m. Then Devin Snow hops on the show at 9:15. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Off the Bench is here to bring you some holiday cheer. Presented by All-Star Toyota. Join us for a cozy chat about sports, laughter, and the spirit of Christmas live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. Here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
I love that. It's exactly what I feel about this show, right? A little cozy chat about sports, have some fun, have some laughs. Hell yeah, dude. Give it away. Yeah, let's go.
I love this part.
It's the best part of the song. Bama says Indiana hasn't played anyone near the caliber of Notre Dame. They haven't beaten anyone near the caliber of Notre Dame, but they've beaten the hell out of everybody they play.
Has Notre Dame played anybody the caliber of Indiana?
No.
There you go.
No. They played slightly better teams, but no.
They played A&M. I don't know.
I don't think
know.
A&M is close. I'm so sick of everybody claiming A&M as a good win.
Who else?
They're
8-4.
not good.
Played
I mean, they played
Louisville's
Look,
Louisville's a good
they beat a
football team.
very good Army team.
Yeah.
Very badly, right? Louisville's pretty good.
Yeah, Army might be their best win.
Yeah.
It is their best win.
Yeah.
It's the only team that's ranked still, I think.
Last Christmas. How about this, Jake? T-Bot made you a little treat. You ready for this?
Sure.
I see a little silhouette, a low man, scatter-boo, scatter-boo. Will you do the Heisman pose? Thunderbolt, white lightning, very, very frightening. Grit.
I like that.
Scatter-boo, 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 run the ball. I made it left.
I do like Scatterboo talking his talk.
The Heisman pose.
Talking his ish after the game. You know, because I'm going to be honest with you, like if we went back and listened to like to interviews I did, like if I'd have probably like, you know, said like the basic like humble answer. I like the fact that he's like I think I'm the best running back in the country.
Tell him,
Scat. He might be, guys.
Between Cam and Sam, I imagine those two are doing very well for themselves at Arizona State right now.
Yeah. Tempe, Arizona.
Sam Levitt, good-looking cat.
With some deep pockets and a lot of juice.
Also, I know that Sam's kind of lost in the shuffle from Saturday, but he was fantastic with his legs, his arms. The receiver stepping up. Who's the receiver that caught that one touchdown?
Guillory.
What a catch, dude.
Yeah.
I know, but that one catch where he's reaching back underneath the defender, just unreal. Yeah, good weekend. Other takes from the championship football weekend. The SMU Clemson game, what a game, dude. I mean, SMU looking like they're cooked. They're going to get held out of the playoffs. And then they spend 45 minutes slowly but surely coming back. They finally get to the top of the mountain. And then in a really just like
Well, they thought there was mountains if you watch their graphic.
Well, yeah,
game.
they were playing north of the wall.
They thought there was
They're
mountains.
playing north of the wall. They're from, trust funds. If you have a trust fund, you don't need to know geography.
No.
Okay?
Is that why
This
you
is
don't?
down. Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Sorry.
But
it just came out.
No, it was good. I mean, it's a good joke. But no, SMU, it's like they spend all night climbing the mountain and they finally get to the top. And then right when they get to the top, the villain's waiting and kicks them in the chest and they die in their credits roll. It's like, what? What happened? We just spent this whole movie getting here. But still, that was a great game. I'll say this. I like SMU's front, and Jennings is electric. How that translates to having to go to Happy Valley, I don't know. I was impressed with Penn State coming back from that 28-10 hole. Felt like they were absolutely cooked. And then they come back and make it 28-24 and finish that game impressively. But again, mostly impressed with Oregon. They're it's crazy that they get up all this expectation year one and they're undefeated, the only undefeated team in the country, Big Ten champs.
Dan Lanning is not going to, because it's not what the award has turned into.
Yeah.
But he deserves to be in the conversation for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, we always give people who outperform expectations, and I agree with that. But to your point, there is something to be said about having like unreal expectations put on you and then living up to them.
Well, I was pointing out to somebody when we were watching the game on Saturday night. He lost Bo Nix and Bucky Irving, two NFL starters, and they might be better this year than they were a year ago. I mean, think about that. Like, how many coaches can overcome that?
Yeah. I mean, Tez Johnson
and
looked
Troy
awesome.
Franklin.
Yeah, Troy Franklin. He was a third round pick.
Tez Johnson looked awesome, though. I mean, you want to talk about the difference in the game? Penn State didn't have anybody like Tez. Still, Penn State, very impressive. How about this? I would have never fathomed, if you would have told me that Penn State was going to outgain Oregon, have 300 yards rushing and over 500 total yards, I actually thought that Penn State would have won that game. Kind of shocking that they did
but then that would have factored in Penn State actually winning a big game.
Yeah, God, I guess it's true. I
We talked about it Friday, T-Bob.
didn't do the math there.
What is he, 0-6 now? 0-7 against top 5 teams?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not a bad coaching job because he's got his teams in positions to be in these kind of games. But you got to win one.
I got to win one.
You got to win
But
one.
he has a nice path here, right? Like
does.
Penn State-wise, like he should be able to set himself up for a couple playoff
I mean,
dubs.
maybe the most desirable path of anybody.
Yeah. Ashton Genty, we talked about him. He looked awesome. Shout out Boise handling UNLV in this rematch, which UNLV having to go to Boise in retrospect is like, of course this game played out like that, right? Like
Same thing with Tula going to West
Yeah,
Point.
they're probably freezing their ass off.
Yeah. But I love the fact that the team that earns the right gets to host a conference championship.
Yeah, that's
game.
cool. That's cool.
I would love to see that. Now, and it will never happen because of the money grab that these conference championship games are. And look, I was just there. The SEC does as good of a job as the Super Bowl when it comes to championship weekend. Like it's an entire convention center in Atlanta that they rent out, and it's all SEC.
I had such fond memories of growing up, going to those games with my grandpa when LSU would make it, and doing all the fan experiences all day. And
I've
so
covered
much
both.
fun.
I think it's as big as a Super Bowl. Like they make it feel like a Super Bowl. But I do love the fact that in some of these conferences, you earn the right to host. It doesn't always turn out like ULL got smashed by Marshall. It doesn't always turn out in your favor. But they earned the right, the Cajuns did, to host that game on their field.
Damn. So I didn't look at the Southern score. Did Louisiana go over 3 in their conference
Jackson
championships?
State got them pretty good.
I figured.
Yeah, got pretty good.
I blame Ball Atreides. Let's talk about him on some weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
Ball Atreides.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that? Win the whole thing.
Okay, I feel like we saw the first Dune as an OTB crew. Did we?
No.
Okay. So have you seen Dune?
I've seen the first one. I've not seen the second one.
Okay. Well, in Dune, the character is Paul Atreides. And in the second one, there's some intimation. Maybe there's some foresight sort of stuff there. But college football fans have taken to calling Timothy Chalamet Ball Atreides, as he was phenomenal on College Game Day. His picks were excellent. I think the only one he got wrong was Texas.
He went 4-3.
Yeah.
Oh, he went 4-3? Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought
he picked ULL over Marshall. He picked SMU over Clemson.
Yeah, but he had some go. I mean, he had ones that were deep cuts that nobody else did.
So again, of course,
And he
these
was
people
prepared.
have them feeding them kind of little quips and one
but
sheets.
even people that have that in the past don't do well.
They don't do well, and they don't sound natural. This is obviously a guy, and the Miami of Ohio pick is the best one. Or excuse me, the Ohio pick is the best one because everybody else in the docket was Miami of Ohio. But they don't sound natural. I think Chalamet actually loves sports in college football. I thought he sounded natural. He sounded pumped, excited to be there. And
He reached out to them was the word that I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, the word on the street is also that people are digging up interviews where he's talked about, he's a big Ringer fan, like Bill. So he's always been
He's
a
from
big
New York,
sports pod fan.
Yeah.
But it didn't really seem to love in college football.
Of him waiting outside of I think it's a Broadway play to get Stoudemire's autograph.
There we go.
Back in the day, because he was a big Knicks fan. He had the jersey and sat there and waited. So, yeah. He did a
Shout
good job.
out Ball Atreides, Timothy Chalamet. I'm excited to see him as Bob Dylan. Probably won't watch until he gets home, but still, I'm excited.
All right, so we talked about it a little bit earlier.
It's pretty, too.
At $765 million. That is the latest insane baseball contract, 15 years for Juan Soto. So, $765 million.
Yep.
All right. That is more than the Pirates' payroll since 2015. That is $757 million. That is
Since
more
2015?
Yes, that is more than the average MLS franchise, which comes in at $678 million.
Oh my God.
That's more than LeBron James' all-time NBA earnings, which comes in at $531 million.
What?
That's more than Patrick Mahomes' deal through 2031. That's $450 million. It's more than Tom Brady's all-time NFL earnings, $332 million. It is more than the 2024 NFL salary cap, which is $255 million. And it's also more than Tiger Woods' career PGA earnings at $154 million.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So weekend winner for Juan Soto.
How about this $75 million signing bonus? Hell yeah.
Also, how bad did he want to leave New York? Did y'all see what the Yankees offered him?
They offered him
$760.
But
he
it
chose
was for
the Mets for
16
$5
years.
million more.
So it was 16 years, 760. But like,
well, but yeah, one more year actually.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to finish off this 15-year contract.
No.
So the year doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So weekend winner for Juan Soto, weekend loser to Joey Hester for teaching me to hit the A gap on a power when he should have been teaching me to hit the gaps for power.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean,
But this is how ridiculous
going pro in baseball is just so crazy.
the contracts in baseball are. $765 million for Juan Soto, $700 million for Shohei.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, $426.5 million. Mookie, $365 million. Aaron Judge is only making $360 million.
How's he surviving?
How is he walking?
He turned down $400 million. I forgot who was offering it to him, but like he turned down $400 million to stay with the Yankees. And
the thing is, though, again, what I can't help but think about is what would quarterback contracts be like if the NFL didn't have a salary cap?
yeah.
It would be absolutely insane. All right, what do y'all got?
I don't like. I have thoughts on that Juan Soto thing. Like the Yankees have a better overall roster than the Mets do. I mean, they're piecing a bullpen together, so I don't really know. I guess it was the money that got him to go. But maybe Aaron Boone.
She's so sad that her Yankees. Yeah, because y'all are uptight nerds.
Okay.
You know? You
Tay-Tay?
made Johnny Damon shave his beard.
Tay-Tay, I put
What's
a
wrong
video in the doc. This is my weekend winner for this weekend. This weekend, the Minnesota Vikings, Selly. They hit the White Chicks, like the full White Chicks routine. Like the entire routine.
Play this thing, Taylor.
Hit it for a touchdown, Selly, and it was the best thing I've ever seen. Somebody put, I couldn't find it, but somebody put like a side-by-side
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
of the...
Yeah, no, they did. They did
They
spot on.
killed it.
I mean, this is so much too. This
To
thing
do
lasts for a
to
while.
do this right here live.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Oh,
and he
and
almost
they
fell. And he
didn't get-
saved it.
They didn't get like a flag.
No, they don't flag anymore.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
we are getting more and more.
No, they
of
didn't throw
that.
the ball in the
good.
stands.
It's
They're
a
not
Key
getting
and
fined or
Peele,
anything.
like
Yes, Key and
sketch
Peele.
territory.
There's an old Family Guy skit where Peter's on the Patriots
Yeah.
and they do like an entire thing. Then we got a little bit of basketball in there. Tay-Tay.
Yeah, so my first weekend winner is going to be the Arizona State Sun Devils. We've obviously talked about them a lot, but the reason they are my weekend winner, they beat Iowa State 45-19. And guys, I know that we like to make fun of the Cowboys, so why don't I just go ahead and hop on board as well? They got to play in AT&T Stadium.
Oh, here we
They
go.
scored 6 touchdowns all season long. The Cowboys have scored 5 touchdowns in that building. So in one game, they passed the Cowboys season touchdown total in that building. So weekend winner, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
God bless
5
them.
touchdowns.
You know what nobody's going to talk about that I thought was impressive about that Big 12 game? Rocco Beck died and then came back and threw a touchdown.
He did.
I mean, that hit was insane that he took, and then he came back and threw a touchdown. Shout out to him. How dumb is Georgia getting Carson Beck hurt before the half? Weekend winner, Michaela Williams and the LSU women's basketball team. So, of course, they go up to North Louisiana. Coach Mulkey, very smart, wanting to honor her best players with a chance to get to play in front of their home crowd. She talks about going to Savannah, trying to get to Savannah next year for Flage. Of course, Michaela Williams, #1 player in the entire country from the 318, and they go back to her hometown for a game. LSU wins 154, but really it was so much more about the setting, right? Her high school, family, friends. They retire her high school jersey there. She has a great game, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Shout out Michaela Williams, weekend winner.
Yeah, I love that they do that. And we
Smart.
had Coach Mulkey on last week, and I guess I didn't even realize that, like going to places where some of her star players are from so that, they can have the family there, they can go back home, they can play a game. Like I don't know that I've ever heard of a coach doing that. Have y'all?
No, I have not.
She's the best.
Yeah, she is. Again, if y'all just want to get good life advice and hear just like what you would hope your coaches would say no matter the sport, watch Coach Mulkey's post-game press conferences. They're only a few minutes long, and they're freaking fantastic every single time.
I don't know where this one falls in weekend winner or loser. We'll see how it ends up. But I do find it interesting. 2025 quarterback Chase Herbstreit, son of Kurt Herbstreit.
Yeah, what is this about?
Commits to Michigan.
Isn't he an Ohio State guy?
Ohio State quarterback Kirk Herbstreit. His son commits to Michigan. If Quad Bob committed to Alabama,
well, also Jake, it gets worse, in my opinion. Committing to Michigan on the heels of Bryce Underwood.
Yeah.
So not going because you're like, oh, I have a better path to the field there. You have zero path to the field. He's a quarterback. You are not going to beat out Bryce Underwood. You're going to Michigan just because.
How highly of a recruit was he? I don't think he was like super high recruit or anything, was he? Because like that's my question. Like, I know they're dishing out a ton of money, but like they're still not a good program this year. Sharon Moore is still your head coach. You're still going to play second fiddle to Bryce Underwood. Why?
Yeah, I mean, look, no, I
mean, you hate Ryan Day that much?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's I'd be publicly supportive, but I'd be secretly disappointed.
Honestly, the situation's not looking good over in Columbus. If they don't win,
I know.
Ryan Day is going to have people with pitchforks outside his house.
The vibes in that stadium are going to be so tense for this playoff game. Bad vibes.
You're seeing it more and more, though, like these old quarterbacks kind of dissing their, whether it's alma mater team they played for in the NFL. Did y'all see the clip of Archie Manning this weekend?
No.
Somebody came up to Archie Manning and they were like, hey, when Arch finally gets his shot, you know, everybody expects him to be really good. If he becomes a first-round pick, like, what franchise do you want him to go to? Fully kind of pushing him towards, say, the New Orleans Saints. He said the Dallas Cowboys.
Bro, Archie, I think, hates the Saints. I mean, he doesn't hate the Saints, but I think he hates that he played for the Saints. I think he probably blames him for ruining his career.
I don't know this, but like he stayed here. It's where his family grew up. It's where he lives.
I think he hates New Orleans. Excuse me. I mean, hates Saints is maybe strong. I think from a pure career standpoint, I do not think he's happy to have been drafted by them. I can't remember. There was somebody making a joke the other day about they're the ones that convinced him the Saints would be good for him or something. And Arch is like, I never forgave you for that. I can't remember what it was.
Little update. Chase Herbstreit was the 125th rated quarterback in the class, 95th player in Ohio. It looks like a 3-star prospect. But
this is a psyop by Michigan. This is to do it just because.
Said he had an offer to North Carolina. So
I just don't get it.
Is this a scholarship deal? Or is this a walk-on?
Weekend winner Ryan Smith in chat says we're pregnant. Hell yeah, dude! Congrats, brother.
Yeah.
All right, when we get back,
good team.
Hold the mail. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Go to main event. If you're looking for something fun to do with the family, maybe. I hope everybody enjoyed our pancakes at the pole this Sunday. Heard it was great. But if you want to do something fun this Christmas, bring the kids out for a great day, go do some gravity ropes, bowling, laser tag, and a multi-level laser tag arena. Play hundreds of arcade games. Great food, great drinks, reworked menu. Main event's the key. Also, if you're a business owner, you have a team, you want to do some team bonding, you want to celebrate a milestone, anything like that, we have dedicated party planners on standby ready to go for you. So check it out. Go to Main Event Baton Rouge.
Go to the website today, mainevent.com, and find all that information that we've been telling you about over the last couple of days and weeks. What a great place to spend your holiday. So if you got family coming into town and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to sit around the house all day. What do? Well, you take them to Main Event, and it can be whatever you want it to be, right? I mean, it can be a night out for the adults. It can be a family outing. It can be, get away for the kiddos. Go to the website, mainevent.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded. because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
By now in New York City.
Come on now.
There's snow on the ground. And out in California, the sunshine's falling down. Maybe down in Memphis.
You want to know how up-to-date CBS Sports headquarters is?
No.
They just had a picture of Derek Carr leaving the field and said Raiders fear that Derek Carr will be out for the remainder of the season with the Raiders logo.
Wow. Come on, producers. Lock it. Tighten up. Tighten up. Hey, Deb Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. Deb, been a little minute since we talked to you. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up?
How we feeling, bro? Saints winners. Who dat?
Let's go, baby. 14-11. And the Raiders fans do fear that. They still love that dude. It's actually, if you really look into it, man, those guys, man, they love Derek Carr, bro. They mad that, what's his name, got his number. When he had his number, O'Connell.
Yeah.
He wound up switching. But they were pissed about that. They were like, "How do you give Derek Carr's number away?" I'm like,
I mean, to be fair, it is a little weak to give it to Aiden O'Connell. I mean, whatever. He played there for like a decade, right? It's definitely a shot to immediately give that number to Aiden O'Connell. Maybe I'm just a little salty because the Saints just used to give number 3 to all the kickers, which just pissed me off.
And Matt Flynn.
Some real hoe energy,
and
Saints.
Matt Flynn.
And look at where it done got you now. And Matt Flynn, even worse.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, no, man. Saints win, bro. Can't be mad at that, I guess.
Can't be mad at that, I guess, basically explains how I felt watching the entire game yesterday.
The Giants were one injury away from putting Robert De Niro. What a miserable football team. They wanted to get put out their misery, and we just
couldn't do it. Still almost couldn't do it.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Cause dude, I can't. One thing about him, I gotta give him credit, man. I literally talk about this dude every day because he's such an interesting cat, you know. The run, you know, I can understand that if, like, you going to score a touchdown to win the game, very little, few seconds on the, you know, maybe a minute left. The timing was wrong. The landing was wrong. You landed on your head and your hand.
Wait, so you don't give Derek any credit for putting it on for the boys?
None.
Oh, boo. Look, he sucks, okay? But he was trying to do something special there. If you are going to get on your knees for Spintler Rattler running over somebody in the preseason, you better at least give Carr some credit for trying to go over the top.
Yeah, but look where he got it. You know, it's just I don't know, man.
Are you mad that he got hurt? I don't really care.
Well, he's gonna play. First of all, that's what people aren't talking about. Like this the type of dude. He'll probably play.
Yeah, you actually are right. He is kind of crazy like that. That's true.
Yeah, no, he'll probably play Sunday. Probably win. You know what I'm saying? And then
hell yeah,
we'll lose the next week to who we play the next week after that. We'll lose to them. Green Bay. In Green Bay. That'll be a great time. Can't wait for that one.
Hey, that's when Kendre Miller finally gets left off the leash, though. That's what you're missing, Dev.
I love Kendre Miller, bro. Dude's a talent.
Shut up.
Dude's a talent.
32 yards.
Least favorite play of the game yesterday was the direct hike to Jamal Williams on the fake punt. It's just like, bro. You know, they trying everything with this guy, and he just cannot run out of a bathroom, man.
Yeah. I think he got it, but still, I know. There's a bad spot. But, yeah. It was bad, actually. The Saints should have gotten
Jamal Williams, man, where he was.
He got paid, but still, man.
He got $4 million a year, but, man, he was like one of the, you know, the guys that found the end zone better than anybody in the NFL. And as Deb would say, now he can't find it with a search warrant.
Well, and let me ask you, you know, what do you think happened? Because to have such a...
I think it's a bad offensive line for New Orleans and a great one for Detroit.
Yeah, I think he got hit in a little bit of a perfect situation where he was... if you want to be like really negative about it, you call him a touchdown vulture. If you want to be nice, you call him a short yard specialist. He had over 1,000
yards too, though.
Yeah, that's true. He did have 1,000 yards. That's true. That's true. But yeah, he had a way better line.
Well, I mean, you look at David Montgomery. What was he doing before he went?
Yeah,
he was at the Bears, huh?
Yeah, good point. And he was pretty good there, but not
what he is now.
Not what he is now.
Yeah, it's one of the best offensive lines, maybe the best in the totality of it in the NFL.
Drafting Penei Sewell, got a lot of crap for it at the time. We all said Jamar Chase.
Well,
but
yeah, Jamar's
Jamar's good too, but like Penei Sewell is
worked out for what they need.
Yes, it is as good to their team.
The Lions just score touchdowns, dude. Like if you want to score touchdowns, go play for the Lions. Because I'm looking at Montgomery's stats right now from Chicago. Most touchdowns he ever had in a year was 8. He's got 12 this year. He had 13 last year. I mean, these dudes score touchdowns before you talk about Gibbs.
Hey, what is this? I'm being told to ask you about an OnlyFans model.
Who, for me?
No. Sorry, no. People are saying. I didn't know if you knew about this story. Chat seems like it's saying that an OnlyFans model was paid to flash the Saints yesterday. Do we know? I figured you would know something about this.
No, usually I would hear about that, but no.
I didn't. Let's see if I can find anything.
Was it Dev?
Wild. This comes from Dov Kleeman, or whatever, whoever runs that account now. A Giants player allegedly gave an OnlyFans model tickets to today's game so you could flash the Saints during the game to distract them, and it's with a picture of a girl in the Giants beanie flashing the Saints. It comes with some DMs that say, "Hey, sexy, got these 2 free tickets to the game. If you do me a solid and flash the Saints to distract them." Oh, my God. What? For real? How? I play for the Giants. I got you. What's the number? I want to make sure you get a good look. Eyeballs, demon emoji. You'll be able to figure out easily at the game. Can't have you put me on blast and get me fined, LOL, or knowing you get me fired. Email me the tickets at Ava Louise, blah, blah, blah. I'll see what I can do. Well, I don't believe that was a Giants player, whatever it's worth.
Okay. I was sold. I was going to try to illustrate all of this. So what happened? Maybe the girl's from New Orleans. He was having a good time on OnlyFans, found her, and was like, hey, what better place for the 2 things on your chest in New Orleans? You know what I'm saying? So he probably thought that was a win.
The initials on the person DMing the model are TD. Is there anybody on the
Tommy
Giants?
DeVito.
Oh, Tommy. Tommy, you son of a gun, dude.
No way.
You son of a gun, Tommy.
Dude, whatever happened to Tommy DeVito's agent, man? That was a bad fall off, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was a star, and now you don't even. Well, I guess Tommy DeVito's not really doing anything either. So.
No.
I don't know what the clientele looks like, but I would assume Tommy was his biggest client.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful victory lapping too soon. They felt like they were going too hard to live down the I told us so type of road.
Dude, if Tommy DeVito's your bit, you got some characters that you represent.
Oh yeah, bro, you got a bunch of grinders. You know, yeah, a bunch of just in the. Oh, hey, Dev, how's your Christmas season going thus far?
Christmas is going great, man. Got my tree, $90, under $100 in this economy for a tree.
Let's go.
You know, that one thing I noticed with the trees when you get them under 100 is they must be taking a leaf blower and blowing the scent off the tree because the scent isn't there for the ones under 100. And I examined this when I was at the tree lot.
Now,
you know,
did you buy the type of tree? Because what is there? There's like
Joe Fraser.
Okay. Wait, but is that the scentless ones? Because, again, I had one that my cats used to always spray on, and I had to start buying a different kind that they couldn't smell. But now I don't remember which is which.
Well, I can tell you this. The only reason I buy a tree is when you walk in the house, you can smell the tree.
And so you're not getting that.
I'm not getting a whiff of tree right now, man. It's truly, you know, I might go fake next year, which is unlike me, but, you know, it seems like the thing
go fake. What are you going to, I mean, you're not going to get smell off a fake tree? If anything, if you really need the smell, give you like a little Christmas tree house spray or something. I'm sure
I got a candle. I got a Christmas tree candle.
Yeah.
And it's strong, man.
Don't
really
go fake tree, dude. You need to support local business. You go fake tree, you never buy another tree again. What's that about?
Well, first of all, I was standing for 15 minutes waiting for the guy to help me at the tree lot because he was helping a bunch of Metairie Karens. You know what I'm saying? Who were buying 10, 15,
Okay, but
10.
this is like Starbucks, right? You don't feel bad for that man? I have sympathy for him.
No, I did. That's why I showed up to the Winn-Dixie for a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the whole thing. I wanted to support Winn-Dixie and whatever, you know. Winn-Dixie's got a lot going on.
Your Winn-Dixie RB&R video is one of my favorites ever.
Dude, they got a Tesla station out front now. They still got the red box, you know, just sitting there.
They had a red box. Just a non-functional red box, Jake. Just chilling out there.
I didn't know they still had
When was the last movie released on the red box?
The last one was Creed 3, so just ended around, when you think that came out, about 2 years ago?
That's later than I thought, the Creed 3, actually, to be fair.
Dude, they hung in there till the very, very end, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and you look, good times, man. And then at the Winn-Dixie, even at the one in Baton Rouge on Burbank, the Winn-Dixie on Burbank, they had one. And, man, I just remember being in college. That thing used to be popping, bro.
Oh yeah, the Winn-Dixie Burbank. Wait, is that finally gone?
It's Surge.
It's Surge now.
Yeah, it's Drew Brees' spot. Drew killed
We're main event people. Thank you. That sucks.
Dude. Tacos right next to it. I know it's not that no more because
that thing was like 17 different things.
Actually, as well. Was it Hollywood Video or something like that? Anyway,
never forget
it was the old DVD rental place.
Your Chipotle that all you college nerds love so much used to be a Blockbuster.
Used to be a Blockbuster. That's right.
Okay. It was the best.
Yeah.
I still have that Colin Farrell vampire movie that I never returned. It's an okay movie.
Shout out Colin Farrell, man. He really killed it in The Penguin, dude. He really did. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I have seen some of it. It's been fantastic. When I get the time, I'm certainly going to finish it.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to. Shout out Colin Farrell because Banshees of Inisherin is still a movie that I could watch just to hear him talk.
You know what my favorite Colin Farrell movie is? Y'all take a guess.
13.
SWAT.
SWAT. I was going to say SWAT.
No, Phone Booth.
Oh, Phone Booth is good, dude. Phone Booth is good.
What a flick, bro. And then, honestly, couldn't find the guy, man, that was, you know, that had him hostage, man. There's like 100 different windows, bro. It was a crazy movie.
Maybe that's what's going on with Mickey Loomis. Somebody's phone boothing him, and we have no idea. That's why he's making all these god-awful decisions.
He's so nervously chewing on that gum, too.
Exactly.
I think I could see Mickey Loomis being in at least one phone booth a day, still to this day, just for no reason.
They're like, Mickey, if you don't get up there and smack that gum again, you're not going to like what happens. He's like, please, guys, please. No, they hate me for it. Do it.
Smack Loomis. Yeah.
Do it again.
Dude, I'll never forget that press conference, bro. It was just literally the gum just took over, bro.
It took over, you know. And it hasn't gone anywhere because they still suck and he's still smacking.
So what do y'all think, man? Playoffs or no?
Nah, man, I'm just here to have the Saints on in the background every Sunday.
Yeah.
And just enjoy for whatever happens. It was fun to watch him win. Hey, it was tight watching Brian Brzee hurdle that dude and block a field goal. Like, that was crazy. Like, I thought for sure the Saints were going to lose, and it felt bad. And then I felt good.
He's had a great second half of the season. Like, one of their best defensive, him, who else? Kalen Saunders kind of steps up more than I've seen maybe ever. There's a couple dudes that are playing pretty good.
I agree. It's well, I don't really agree. Yeah, I agree somewhat.
No, the defense ain't. I mean, Kool-Aid played decent yesterday. The problem is the offense is awkward, and we know why. We just know it, bro. We saw it yesterday. Playing 3 flies in, throwing the ball up to 3 Giants. They hadn't had an interception. I think they had 1 interception all year. This dude was like, hey, get another.
Hey, chill out. That's the 6th highest rated QBR quarterback in the league. Okay, Dev? So put some respect on his name. Okay?
Sure. Yeah,
did y'all see the 33rd team account had a Derek Carr appreciation post?
I did not.
Who sent that? Didn't somebody send that to the group text? Was that you, Taylor?
The time wasted to
What
just
was
troll.
it?
I'll bring it up. So 33rd team is, I think Molinaro does some work with them. I'll find it here in a second.
Dude, Joey Molinaro, man. What a
He's
legend.
so funny, dude. His video of McConaughey and Saban talking to each other, I actually put in the doc, but I don't know if we're going to get to it today. It had me rolling.
Katie was talking about that. I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, the
She said it
Molinaro
was
one?
great, yeah.
I mean, everything he does is so funny. His modern-day Seinfelds are so smartly written.
Well written out. You can tell, yeah.
It's insane.
Looks good, too. Lost some weight.
Yeah, he has been losing weight. I know
He's been on that
too.
grind, yeah.
And really had to make some decisions in his life, too. Really bet on himself, to be honest. 'Cause remember, he was with Barstool, and he was like, nah, this ain't me.
Yeah. No, for real. And I know that was a scary time for him. And
I kind of even forgot about that. You're right.
Dude, that was a big hire for them. I remember thinking, like, 'cause dude, Joey Molinaro during the pandemic, bro.
Massive.
Bro.
Okay, hold on. We have to go because we're very late. But here's Derek Carr. Hold on. Here's Derek Carr. This before Sunday. Completion percentage, 9th. Yards per attempt, 9th. Turnover, 2nd. Passer rating, 6th. EPA per dropback, 9th. Explosive pass percentage, 4th. Inaccurate throw percentage, 5th. Touchdowns to interception rate, 6th. Sacks taken, 1st. Put some respect on DC4, boys. Those are the Carr facts.
Yeah, run it back then and see how far they get you.
And he knows this is calculated. This is all calculated, bro. Like, he knows what
That's why he's a check down Charlie. What's his average per attempt compared to the other quarterbacks?
9th. He's 9th in yards per attempt. He's got he's 4th in explosive pass percentage.
There's no way.
Yeah,
some
suck
of that
it, nerd.
Heat, I guess, might.
Yeah.
All right, run it back then.
And MVS.
Run it back then.
I will.
Run it back and see how it goes for you. Yeah, it's going to be watching at home just like you are this year.
I will.
I've never seen a dude be in the league for so long and can't throw short passes still, bro. 10 years.
Good, because we want bombs only. Chunks
That's why
only.
Mike Thomas got a problem with him, because Mike
You
Thomas
say
was the swing guy.
bombs?
Like BALMS?
Bombs. Chill out. What'd you say earlier that was talking about?
Bombs?
What'd you say? Queen?
Yeah.
Queen? Yeah, that's that 319. Queen years?
Yeah.
Queen?
Queen.
All right, we got to go. Dev, you're the best. I love you. HTMsports.com/shop for all the merch. Check it out.
Queen.
Go ahead. Go to break it on.
Off the bench.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
After further review with Matt Baton Rouge.
Got drunk and Dad got drunk. And drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I had some great eggnog this week. And hey, guys, go to KTZ Window Coverings, KTOZBlinds.com. That's the website. Remember, you want custom window coverings that wow, have Brandon team come out to your home. They've been at this for decades, y'all, meaning they bring a level of expertise to bear that cannot be microwaved, right? Formed over time in the crucible. So take advantage of them coming to your home, see exactly how your home interacts with the sunlight, and then give you options to match any price point, any aesthetic goals, any functional goals that you may have. We have finance available. Remember, complimentary installation. So get those window coverings. Wow, KTZ Window Coverings, KTZBlinds.com. Here was, I made Alondra edit this up, so we'll play. Here was Yeah, I'm Live.
Wait, y'all need to appreciate this song.
It is a good
quick.
song, but I know, but we're so low on time.
I hate this.
I know, I apologize.
Whatever.
Was that the song you're waiting on?
Yeah.
We can play it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
live.
Yeah.
Can you believe they replaced the fucking Drew Brees picture on the streetcar with a picture of Derek fucking Carr at the Ritz-Carlton? If I'm anywhere near that fucker, I'm gonna spit all over that fucking shit. That's ridiculous. The Ritz-Carlton.
It's the Spit Carlton now.
It's terrible. It's disgusting. This dude's walking off the field holding his and crying. What a he get hurt standing in a telephone booth. Idiot. I mean, what drugs is Oshner giving Carr? Early in the week, in an interview, he said We got people that can replace Taysom Hill. Come on, man. Jesus Christ couldn't replace Taysom, son. Group A. Group A. I think it's time to head back to the North Pole, baby. I think Santa needs you. There really ain't nothing to look forward to in this city between LSU, the Saints, the Pelicans. The only thing to look forward to, we got the Visions Christmas party coming up this Friday. I'm going to go see, come out there. I'm going to go see Candy in a little Santa outfit with a little fine ass. Who that?
Bro, when he coughed, I felt like I coughed.
Oh, my
That was a
God,
nasty cough.
dude.
Yeah, I'm like, you need to get to the doctor.
Yeah, well, I just want to let anybody know out there that's sick and they thinking about having to go to the fucking hospital. Listen, when they ask you, is your pain a fucking 1 out of 10? You tell them you feel like somebody just clipped your fucking balls off. Because if you don't, you're going to be waiting in a fucking line longer than a Black Friday line at a fucking shopping mall. I mean, the hospitals are fucking ridiculous. It was miserable, man. The hospital.
Oh, he's electric, dude. He's electric. Group A!
The Group A.
Group A!
Oh. I hadn't heard that yet. That was good.
That was excellent.
Oh, that was good.
All right. When we get back, Ask the Bench here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GEAUXTommies.com. GEAUXTommies.com. You need a Hardy Blanker vinyl siding, wood or vinyl window. These are energy efficient options. Why that matters? They pay for themselves, right? If you're saving money on heating and cooling, then over time, these are investments that not only increase the look of your house, the value of your house, but they pay for themselves. And guess what? We offer lifetime warranties on both the windows and the siding. How about that? So call 250-8808 or go to gotommies.com today and let trusty exterior home improvement specialist at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding.
Yeah, go to the website, see what they can do for you. Check out testimonials of past clients, a gallery of work they've done for your neighbors. But always remember, if you've got a custom job, they can customize it to what you are looking for. Just have Tommy and the team out, and I promise you won't be disappointed. Give them a call today to set everything up. That's 225-250-8808 and always online at gotommies.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, party plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com. Oh, by the way, we do shutters too.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagine.
Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
We didn't know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
Can I do a little PSA just real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so y'all know I'm a part of Elite Training Academy. Just real quick, we've got an indoor soccer season, and right now, the last week to sign up, we're looking for teams, boys and girls teams, U8, U10, U12, U14. Elite Training Academy BR.com is the place to go to sign up. We're going to have one of our U teams out there, but we have every age, boys, girls. You want to play obviously up in age if you're, an 8-year-old team, but you feel like you can do the U9s, U10, whatever. But find that information on our website, EliteTrainingAcademyBR.com. Thank you.
Do y'all think I'm texting with someone that's underage? I got a text this morning saying, "Hello, are you Coach Lisa?" I said, "No, my name's T-Bob. What's your name?" 650 number, which is San Francisco. I said, "Sorry, I think my friend gave me the wrong number. I hope I didn't disturb your beautiful day. T-Bob, my name is Ivy."
I would leave it at that.
I'm going to wish Ivy a Merry Christmas and say good luck finding Coach Lisa.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to say ASL. And then we'll go from there. No? No. All right.
No, I don't know about the ASL.
As a little ass bench running about Coker, Lab
This
Video,
feels like a
Children,
child,
Blue Moon,
yeah.
Latin Skies. It does. It does. Ask the Bench, is this the end of the golden era of college football and the beginning of the days of the smog? How could you say that? How could you not be happy with all the teams that have a chance to win a championship this year? I do not understand it. Instead of just like the same teams being in the championship every year. It's crazy. Ask the Bench, will you be tuning into the Simpsons version of Monday Night Football? I'll check it out.
I'll dabble.
Got to do something to keep my interest.
Ask the Bench, we're all pulling for the Bengals tonight against Cowgirls, right? Duh. Bear
No.
crap in the woods. Yeah. Ask the Bench, who wins a third game between Georgia and Texas if they play in the Natty?
Hey,
Texas,
it's hard
you can't
to not
lose
pick. It's
twice.
hard to not pick
I
Georgia.
can't go Texas again.
It's hard to not pick
I
Georgia.
can't go Texas again. Ask the Bench, it's National Pastry Day. What's your favorite pastry?
Pastry.
I don't
They're
know
all
very
so
many
good.
pastries.
Claw?
Yeah.
The ones that I see on Instagram from that guy that makes like anybody that makes like dough stuff on Instagram. So good. Hey guys, head out to All-Star Toyota for all of your vehicular needs under one roof. Toyota-thon's going on right now. We got an excellent collision and repair center open to all makes and models. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow for some more OTB.
Off the Bench.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tula at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.